Maybe, just
Good
maybe,
morning.
you
What the
shouldn't get
fuck are you
13
doing down
plus
there?
chances from the district attorney's office. Maybe we should finally say, you know what, you might
Hey,
be
what's
one
up?
of those serious ongoing threats to society, somebody that we need to incapacitate, and likely what we need to do is actually incarcerate you as a consequence. But of course, Brandon Johnson is of the same ilk as Kimberly Fox was in the Cook
No, I'm
County
running late.
prosecutor's office, so they constantly recommended diversion programs, anger management, midnight
I am
basketball, and
trying
all
to take.
sorts of ways to help this individual escape accountability, despite the fact that he showed you over and over and over again exactly who he was and that he was going to do
I'm
this
trying
again.
to.
And if you don't believe me, listen to some of the sentences that this guy got
I'm
for,
trying to
again,
arrange it so
10
I don't
plus
have to stop
offenses.
streaming.
According to online records,
That's why I was
Livingston's
late this
history
morning.
of
I'm
random
trying to set
acts of
something up.
violence against women goes back 8 years. In 2017, he was accused of randomly attacking 2 women months apart. Both cases were dropped. In 2022, Livingston was sentenced to 5 years in prison after prosecutors said he punched and attempted to rob 4 women within 20 minutes in the Loop. And yet, just 14 months later, in 2023, while on parole, Livingston was arrested for hitting a woman in the face on North Michigan Avenue.
Again, the Kimberly Fox connection cannot be ignored because all the crimes against women that were highlighted within the window by the local news media from 2017 to 2024 were committed while Kimberly Fox was the head of the Cook County District Attorney's Office. So she's the one who prosecuted or didn't prosecute, if we're being real, each and every one of those crimes. And the one real prison sentence that appears to be legitimate in there is that 5-year bid that he was sentenced to in 2022. However, that's a 5-year bid for 4 separate aggravated robberies where he beat the crap out of women in order to take their stuff within a 20-minute time period. And even that 5-year sentence
Are you going to do the VTuber model?
at a comically low amount of time, 14 months later on parole, to which he reoffended, where he should have been sent back to prison to serve out the remainder of his 5-year sentence. However, his parole was not violated by Cook County's district attorney's office because Kimberly Fox thought he was an Aladdin who didn't do it. That's right, guys. When you
VTuber editor and VTuber maker on Steam. Good programs, and they're free too.
To think of, according to Brandon Johnson and Kimberly Fox, is the song from that Aladdin movie.
That's what I use.
Street rat. You're not supposed to buy that. You're supposed to steal it because honestly, what we need to do is look a little closer at this innocent Baba Angel Aladdin because what we actually realize is that he has a heart of gold, according to these absolute idiots. Now, of course, the reality is this guy's a thug. He's a repeat offender. He might have a mental issue that, by the way, does not get better when you release him back onto the streets over and over and over again. And this woman who suffered multiple broken bones.
With Hassan recently getting his subpoena from the Treasury, apparently over his Cuba trip, and things related to that, well, now he's on stream, and people are saying that he's already snitching. He's already so afraid of all of this that he's snitching on his own people. Specifically, we've got, as you can see here, Hassan names Singham, PSL, Answer, and Code Pink in one breath. On stream today, Hassan Piker discussed the reported Treasury scrutiny and said the broader target is probably Singham and his operation. It's not me, guys. It's him. It's him. Naming PSL, Party for Socialism and Liberation, Answer Coalition, probably says Code Pink. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's scroll here. And quote, anything he has ever financed. Another top response reading, this might be the first witness without actually being charged with anything. They just asked him to produce some financial documents, and he's drawing the whole organizational flowchart for them. Now,
yeah, you could design your own too.
Sense, but the number of simps going, it was public information, in a matter of minutes, suggests that the group's DMs have settled on a consensus. And so, as you'll see in a second when we start playing the clips, that's one of Hassan's defenses. As people began to laugh at him for this, he was responding by saying, it's public information anyways. But it's like, even if it's public information, it's still funny that, like, within 48 hours, he's on stream, like, pointing fingers at his own people now. He's like, no, they're after them, not me, guys.
I think that ultimately the target is probably Singham and his operation from PSL to Answer Coalition to Co-Pink, like anything that he has ever financed. And it's not new. It's been around for a while, but it's obviously it's held through regardless because like it's ridiculous, right? It's like totally fucking ridiculous to try and you know.
So Hassan's
to try and
snitching
stop,
on
like, the
everybody.
political advocacy of an American
I find that funny.
citizen, right? Roy Singham is an American citizen. He lives in
The
China,
brave revolutionaries,
and
fucking
he's a
turncoat.
centimillionaire. I think he like has almost $1 billion. Not sure how much money he has now, but like he's been a funding vehicle for a lot of like political political movements in the country, like a lot of activism, and they hate that shit. Like the American government hates that shit, so they're trying to jam him
What
up.
the fuck happened?
You know, they're
God
trying to
damn
hit
it.
him on anything and everything they possibly can.
Did this to me
That's it.
yesterday,
That's
too.
That's the goal here.
What are you
That's
doing,
the
buddy?
broader goal.
Hassan then responded to that clip being shared by writing this on his own Twitter account. Everything quote unquote revealed is available on Wikipedia, but this Manhattan Institute weirdo paid to clip farm my stream, writes a sinister summary through ChatGPT, and every single moron on this website starts hallucinating that there's a comprehensive investigation, and I'm snitching.
No.
This website is making everyone on it dumber
No.
and prone to hallucination. But that then took us over here to this clip. If Hassan's records show he
I was
followed
gonna
the
get a-
sanctions rules, he literally has nothing to fear. Instead, he's reacting to a possible subpoena like
forgot what
he's
they're
the
called.
left's next revolutionary martyr. You kill me, you jail me, there's gonna be other people.
They have their own little fucking hug box where they're fantasizing about how like we got him. This is.
Oh,
it's
I was gonna
yours.
get my
He's
own
going to
server.
prison.
And,
or he's terrified. He's scared. It's like yeah.
The
dude,
fucking
I'm
clock
fucking-
doesn't
what do you-
doesn't
I've
stop
said it
when you
from
log
the
out.
start, okay.
It constantly runs.
You kill me.
Yeah.
You jail me.
If you get a
there's gonna
server,
be
the
other
clock
people,
doesn't
you
stop
know?
when you log
You're
out.
not going to be able to stop the
I was like,
people from
fucking,
feeling
that's
the way
crazy.
that they do. You know, you're going to have to concede on their demands at some point. It is what it is.
But,
You know,
yeah, I
personally
I've
still
been-
believe
I
that
don't-
The democratic process is perhaps the most successful method of dealing with.
If I go
this
in,
thing.
wait,
But ultimately, people are frustrated. I'm only one guy, you know? I'm
yeah,
only one person.
10,240.
Yeah, he's not, like, shaking, scared.
That's
At
as
least in
large
the
as I
clips,
could make
he's
it.
Trying to maintain his composure, so I'll at least give him that. But he says he's only
I can't
one
get to
person.
16,000.
That
I can only
is
get
where
to
I'm gonna be, like,
10,000.
X'd out. He's probably somewhat maintaining his composure because, like I said, he's not one person. This guy comes from a family of immense wealth, and some of his family members are involved with political discourse as well. All of the Young Turks and Cenk Uygur. And so if it comes down to it, if he really needs to hire a lot of attorneys and stuff, hypothetically, I don't doubt for a second his extremely wealthy family would step in and help him with that, on top of the fact that he's also very wealthy himself. But his family has a lot more wealth than he does even. And like I said, he's probably counting on them helping out if it comes to it. This was funny, too. So another person called him a snitch, and he actually responded to this guy. He says, "Nothing here is a crime, you freaking moron. It's all publicly available information and claims made by the government. Why are you getting duped by a Manhattan Institute guy's sinister framing?" Oh, there's the sinister framing one again. "Are you mentally stable? Are you a government agent? Huh, what's this one?" Hassan Piker admitted on stream that the Cuban government reached
Yeah, I
out
got
through the
Buddy in my
embassy to
lap.
his quote-unquote middleman with a special offer.
Go to Cuba. Would you be down?
I fucking love Cuba.
Oh yeah, you'd be down.
Yeah, I filmed a
I think I
documentary
got.
there once.
The Cuban government actually hit my contact from the embassy and told him that if the only thing stopping us from coming to Cuba was the
Well, that's just gross. Why does bro have to suck his straw right into the microphone? I was going to cut that out, but Hassan's speaking as it's going on, and we kind of need to hear the context on that, but yeah.
consistent internet access, we can make it happen.
Yeah, Cuba is sick.
We
Like the government reached out to you.
So, of course, it's well, not reach out to me. There's like there's a middleman there.
Okay.
Because I had a doctor from Cuba Cuba does this thing called medical missions, and they've been doing it since I believe like the 70s, and it's incredibly successful. They have a massive, very robust like medical program because kind of they have to. Because they're under an incredible sanctions regime by the United States of America that the rest of the world thinks is abhorrent, except for America and Israel that keep consistently vetoing it over and over again. But this has created a...
And then after Hassan named the PSL in that other clip the Party for Socialism and Liberation, we now see, so it turns out PSL has a lot of Reddit moderators, and therefore subreddits under its control, like The Right Can't Meme, Genzedong, Late Stage Capitalism. Effectively, the entire tanky faction on Reddit appears to be directly influenced by China. Thanks for the info, Hassan. And apparently that almost $1 billion net worth activist guy, Singham, is funding a lot of the PSL operations and activities. Now, of course, it is common knowledge how compromised Reddit is, but nevertheless, it's pretty amusing that after Hassan talked about this on stream, all of this stuff has become much more public discourse and the public spotlight, so to speak. I wonder if his associate of sorts, Singham, is going to appreciate this. You know, Hassan could have just said nothing about all this and just dealt with it quietly, but instead he decided to go on stream and point fingers, so now here we are. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Seems like we have a trap that was laid, and apparently some people have walked directly into it.
Hi there.
So the Frogan situation is not looking good. If you guys didn't see in my last video, she got a default judgment in her lawsuit between her, Denims, Casey Tron, and H3H3. All right.
I got
And
12
basically that
freaking bullets,
means
dude. This
she didn't show
endeavor.
up
I remember this. That was
well,
insane.
boys, today is tomorrow.
I do kind of want to mark this spot, though, because there was a lot of cool shit in there.
Is in the bowl. Now, Frogan is being accosted by
Yeah,
not
we'll be back.
only, you know, me, and many other, in her opinion, and I guess it's Han's opinion, slop tubers for covering this, but also her own fans. Yes, Frogan's own viewers, people that donated tens of thousands of dollars to her GoFundMe, are extremely disappointed with her. And they are not gonna be silent. They are letting it be known that they are disappointed that she didn't even go to court once. Didn't even try to defend herself and pocketed the money that they gave her. This is probably one of the biggest scams in Twitch history. Chat, are the rumors true? Did you lose the lawsuit? Frogan. I didn't lose the lawsuit. Well, it was a default judgment, which technically it means there was no contest, which means you didn't even go. So, can you lose if you don't show up? Is she technically right, chat? Someone tell me in the comments down below. Is she technically right? She technically didn't show up, so she didn't.
Yeah.
lose by technicality. She's reading. She's reading.
I didn't lose the lawsuit.
I know,
That ain't
chat,
good,
that's all you need.
especially because at night,
I
that's
didn't
when you
lose
get the
also. I know
elite
it was iconic.
zombies.
All right. Sadly, this Twitter account is
The
not
zombies
really
with the
big
glowing
into
eyes
this
are
because
tougher
they
than
got
regular
muted. On May
zombies. They're
26th,
elite
the clerk
zombies.
entered a default against Rogan for failing to respond to the complaint in the copyright infringement lawsuit filed by Ethan Klein's company, Teddy Entertainment. which
They're one
means
of the
she-
reasons I don't like traveling at night. That, and I can't
I know.
fucking see
It's hard to
shit.
know. It's hard to know, but yeah, she lost.
But nighttime's the best
that
time to
is
go
not
go
it,
hunting.
Because chat, before she even got on stream, She, even before that, was on her stream crying, complaining that for some reason us slop tubers are making a good, honest month's salary. All right, I just got paid from YouTube. Thank you for watching the video today. And also sharing, liking, and commenting. It helps me out a lot, as long as with the supers. Yo, just saying the supers do it. Oh, not
Come
super,
on,
yeah, the super
man.
checks do help. But the hype, it helps out a lot as well. Hype up the video. But yes, she is actually fearing that we're earning money. I know, chat, me talking about this and having to edit a video together, I know, that's nothing, all right, compared to her sitting in her chair watching a video and reacting. Now, that's hard work. That's hard work right there. She doesn't have to do any research or anything, just watch the video. That's it. I know, she works harder than us. How could I ever get outworked by such a baddie? I know. But we have on screen dated 5 the date of the default court filings occurred. Twitch streamer Frogan sits in the dark and rants about slop tubers. It's me, she's talking about me. And her experience streaming on Twitch. Frogan states that she is too smart to... She's just like LTG. Her and LTG would make fine babies, alright? They'll be fine parents. Too smart to be a lookout, even though people are trying to make her what she is a lookout. I have also seen a clip of her stating that she's been fighting the lawsuit since August and that she hasn't lost the lawsuit. Oh no, she's lost. I feel kind of bad because she actually thinks she's fighting the locale allegations whenever she is the locale. Like, right now, I am earning money through making videos about the situation.
You think you're
about
pretty
her
smart now,
misfortunes.
don't you? Here's your
And
pay,
she
Einstein.
is losing money because her content continues to degrade to where the people that are willing to support her financially no longer show up anymore. And whenever,
Chop,
by the
dumb
way,
fuck.
I show you guys some more, her followers and her supporters have taken a nosedive. That's about to come up in a minute. Literally, her followers and her supporters flooded her chat the other day.
Are you playing on a server?
Why did you do this
You
to
wouldn't
us?
wanna
We gave
get
you all this money to fight the lawsuit.
Or did you just make the
and you
game
ate
vanilla?
legitimately. Like her own followers, people that have been following her for years, supporting her, giving her kind messages, not like a random guy that I followed yesterday.
He's hanging out.
Oh, you know it's bad. No signal. That's how you know it's bad.
But like, no, that's a lie. I used to enjoy streaming, but at the end of the day, no, there is literally nobody on this platform that has the experience I have streaming.
Literally Hassan. If ever Hassan makes money.
At the end of the day,
Not in the dark.
Well, you proved me wrong. Now take your reward and get the hell out of here.
Unfortunately, I'm too smart for that. And when they talk about like hating me or whatever, they don't like me dead ass based on a caricature that they
I don't like you. Well, good luck. By the looks of it,
of a
you're gonna
person
need
that
it.
doesn't even exist, which is so funny. It's like fucking delusional. Anything that makes them feel better about themselves. Yeah, dude. Like I said, and I've said this so many times at this point. When I don't like somebody, I don't surround myself with them. I don't surround myself with their content. I separate myself and disconnect from them as much as possible. Like, if you're leaving hate comments, like you're like on a whole different level of pathetic. And another thing is just like people are like, oh, she begs for rent money. This is my fucking job, bro. If I'm asking for subscribers or have dono goals, this is my fucking job, bro. This is my means. This is my income. That's normal unless you're rich as hell. Yeah, dude. Dude, yeah, no. But whatever. At the end of the day, even super rich streamers and podcasters ask for members and subs. Yeah, I know, but it's weird that everybody wants to shame me for promoting like my subscription or like tip or whatever.
Fuck.
How is that like? I don't know, dude. IDK, bro. IDK, bro. It is what it is. on Twitch complaining that they're on Twitch. It's like, yeah, you're here too big. The fuck? At the end of the day, people don't like me because I am their worst nightmare. I'm an Arab woman, I'm a hijabi woman, and I don't fit their mold of sitting and not saying anything and being submissive.
Isn't that exactly what hijabi women are supposed to be? Like, religion. Alright? I'm not trying to say women in general. I'm just saying, like, isn't, like, the religion that she's supposed to be so forward? Aren't the women supposed to be, like, you know, very passive and, you know, not supposed to talk to anyone at all, let alone have a social media presence or wear half the articles of clothing she has, right? Like, from a religious standpoint, I'm not even saying say like, oh, you can't wear a hijab. I'm just saying like a religious standpoint where she's trying to make it seem like she is being persecuted for her religion. Isn't she not supposed to smoke? She smokes.
Hang on, I want to see if I've got it.
Isn't she supposed to not to be, you know?
Because it will list, it lists all the games
she's doing
that you created.
The only thing that she does from her religion is hide her hair.
Yeah, I don't have an East anything.
All right. I don't think we ever got a picture of Morgan's hair. All right. But also, you got to remember.
And 10,000 is the largest
Morgan, chat. I'm just saying.
Of any of mine.
Is a pretty white passing name, if you ask me. I would have never known that she was a hijabi. All right. Or tattoos. Also, yeah, tattoos. She has tattoos. Like, I'm just saying here. For a woman that is so religious to where she's able to kill her career for it, it's kind of weird how she's so heathenistic, so haram, all right? She has so much haram. And also, I don't care if she's Arab. I've seen plenty of great Arab hijabi streamers.
Yeah, I don't know. That's as big as I could get mine.
She's pretty funny.
It's 10,000.
She's funny. I like watching her. She doesn't show her hair. She's
I know that on the servers,
I'm like super religious.
because like,
but still, at least she follows her religion. Unlike this woman. Like, at least Sid City actually follows her own religion. She doesn't have tattoos, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't drink, right? She actually follows her religion. And guess what? A lot of people watch her, a lot of people enjoy her content. She's never had a problem of being a hijabi on Twitch. She has more viewers than Frogan. But yes, this woman, Sid
yeah,
City,
see, max world size.
I don't know if that's an actual thing in Muslim religions. I don't know.
This was going to be the one I got.
Tell me. But like, she
and it's an infinite world size.
249 viewers. Oh, it's down by 3% or 8%.
But
so 3%. Still,
when I was looking through, fucking the server's time doesn't stop. So if I don't play for like 3 days, I'll come back from, you know, I stop playing on day 4. I come back and it's day 28.
Frogan has absolutely murdered her own platform.
And considering this time, this game, you can't waste fucking time in this game.
She's just a regular gaming streamer. She does like some streams with some other.
That sucks, man. The time's gonna pass while I'm not even there.
She sits there. She plays the game.
You know what I mean? It's.
You've never heard of her because she's never gotten into any kind of these controversies. You guys see how Frogan tries to make herself seem like this bigger than life thing? They're persecuting me. They don't support me because I'm a hijabi woman. And because they hate Arabs. And then I show you guys a hijabi woman, an Arab, that follows her religion, that is actually seeing success on Twitch. It's kind of weird. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird. Heck, even her nails, exactly, even her nails are god. But yes, the reason why people dislike Frogan is because of her hijab.
I'm quite the opposite. My mic, I'm quite the opposite of that. And I hold people accountable for their... And people don't like that, you know.
You're being
held accountable
for your BS, but you
I just like the idea of making a big world.
People that talk about me.
Because I don't
know who the fuck they are.
I get in mood for certain games. Like this game, I didn't really do too many mountains. I'm doing it on flat ground. Other games, I usually load up a lot of mountains because I like to dig.
Money is drying up. Hey, that was 20K right there. Breaking. Huge lawsuit, dude. Another 20K. Hey, thank you, Frogan. That backstabbing stuff. Ooh, 50K right there. Hey, Frogan, you doing me some justice here. All right. Frogan, you hitting me with the moolah. Frogan, it seems like you're a little jackpot machine. I'm just saying here, Frogan. I just keep hitting the little thing and it keeps going. Ding, 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 ding. just sitting in silence.
It's so dumb.
See you later, Idiot King.
Ugh, whatever though. Nasty and boring, yeah. Cause it's like, yeah, there's people I don't like that are on the internet, but I'm not out there like commenting on their shit like, oh, you suck. Oh, you suck, bro.
But she does do that though.
And then my favorite thing is they're like, oh, she's so irrelevant. It's like, okay, if I'm so irrelevant, why do you waste your time shitting on me all fucking day?
Chat, this is the low-cal mindset. She has the exact same mindset as low-tier God, by the way. If I'm so irrelevant, why do you talk about me? And then you go look at their numbers, and all their numbers are down. And then when they go see the videos talking about them, all their numbers are up. I'm like, woman, you're infamous. How about that? Let's say you're not irrelevant, but you are infamous. All right, your relevancy comes or stems from, you know, people disliking you. That's where your relevancy comes from. You're relevant, Rogan. We can say she is extremely relevant. But the relevancy that she has doesn't go well with her goals in her career because, like, she wants actual fame, but she has gained infamy. And the infamy she has gained does not help her. It helps her enemies. Like, I've already shown you guys, I've made a killing. I made a couple $1,000 off this one with my dad, though. I'm just saying. So it's not like this woman it can say like, oh, well, if I'm so irrelevant, then why are you guys talking about me? It's because you generate money, all right? You're an asset in the sense of just as long as you stream and make content, you will remain infamous and people can take that content and generate money off of it.
You know? I'm so irrelevant to you, then why do you and your streamers spend your fucking days covering my every fucking move?
Every locale does this, by the way. They say this exact same thing. Every locale says the exact same thing.
So no offense, chat, I'm not doing that to any of you mother. No offense, chatty, I'm not doing that to you guys. Predictable. Bro, I'm cold. I'm cold as hell right now. This is so scary, what we see in the dark. Time's up, SpongeBob. Oh my god, that was...
she got it. She did so good. Chat, that was such a great impression. So yes, she was sitting in the dark seething over the fact that people are still talking about it. I know, chat. She set the line that every locale says from DSP to LTG. I can't be a locale because I know what locale is. If I'm so irrelevant, then how come the videos talking about me get so many more views than my own content? I'm not a locale at all. But Frogan has to talk about the lawsuit now because obviously her viewers want to know what happened to their money, seeing that she got a default judgment, meaning she didn't even pull up to the courthouse. Frogan speaks about the lawsuit following the news of default judgment against Ethan.
What, like a Game Pass thing?
Yeah.
1769. You're gonna buy a Game Pass month, or are you gonna buy
a gift card?
Okay. Why a gift card?
I can use my balance.
What?
All right. Are you looking at servers?
So confused.
You gotta have some kind of weird version of the game if you're just doing vanilla.
And I don't think you realize I've been...
Or you got mods. You know what? I have literally never looked at mods for this game.
August.
I've never seen the point because it's got the
two non-lawyers.
The cheat menu.
I tweet as a trademark lawyer, I literally wouldn't. I'd rather boil my skin.
I mean, I could literally just go back to the menu and turn on the cheat menu and give myself any weapon or...
Technically, the same. The lawsuit's still going on. They still got to tell me how much I owe before the lawsuit's over.
I used to use that to build my base
no sense
before I played. I would
The lawsuit's still going. All right, show some filings then. I can't show you any filings because I never went to court, but it's still going on. This is so stupid. Like, why does she do this? And then obviously people are idiots are saying the court clearly signed off on the deed. She must be, is she being serious? And then they show, you know, the screenshot from the court document. Just lie, and even whenever you're caught, continue to lie. Chat, we have ran into a very weird timeline where we have all the information in the world at the palm of our hands, and we can disprove people within milliseconds. And whenever you do disprove them, they continue to lie and pretend like the facts aren't the facts. Like, she continues to lie for no reason. The lawsuit isn't over. I'm still fighting the lawsuit. Then what's the default judgment? I don't know. Can you figure out what the default judgment is for? Maybe you might win that case. Maybe not. Whatever. Is the Lulu mindset? It's so weird. Like, we literally have actual evidence to show her she's lying to her face. And she continues to lie to her face. And for some reason, it's not just spoken, right? It's lying. As a song, you know, all the big streamers, right? They will literally lie to your face. You'll show them evidence of them lying, and they will continue with the lie. And they'll be in their audience, asking them, literally deluding them into thinking that they're right. Or knowing that they're wrong, but they cannot, for some reason, for the life of them, just admit that their streamer is a liar. Like, they just can't do that. They can't admit that their streamer's a liar. Dragon Zord says, lawyer student here. Don't know how much we can take from you, but all right. If it does issue a default judgment, then that means the trial is over. She is not entirely wrong in saying that the case is still going on. At this point, she can't appeal or even can actively enforce the judgment to make her pay what she now owes. She would have to pull up to the court to... Like, I like how everyone's trying to, like, assume she would appeal this. She would have to, A, pull up to the court and say, yes, I am Morgan... Kamala, I don't know how to say your last name. I'm Morgan, right? I'm Frogan. And I am acknowledging the lawsuit, even though she has been dodging, or at least tried to dodge the lawsuit, for months on end. She now has to pull up to the court and acknowledge she is being sued. She has been going almost a full year trying to not acknowledge being served falsely. And now she has to go up to the court and acknowledge being served the lawsuit. Like, brother, you are wasting your own time. Like, she wasted more time doing this BS stuff / hurt her own case, because now people are like, so you want to appeal, but you didn't come to the court whenever we summoned you. And H3 has been saying he's suing you for a while now, and you, for some reason, didn't take that as, let me go to the court and make sure I'm cleared. Like, brother, you lost. Like, they don't even, like, what's the point of appealing? You're just gonna lose even more money. So obviously, the whole comment section has been eating her alive. Chat. And it's not just the comment section. Again, like I said, we're talking about actual people that have been following Morgan for years, that have donated to her, saying that they are extremely disappointed in her, because we have her donors are turning on her. And we have Wild Hearts saying, I donated $200 to your GoFundMe. Super.
I can't find Cole.
As to the lack of clarity regarding where the money went. Really,
so I'm gonna look for burned out buildings.
Like, she already told you where the money was going. She put in the lawyer aspect for you to donate, but she already said in the GoFundMe it was going to be used for personal expenses. She already told you it was going to be used for personal expenses, Chad. And look at this woman. She out here looking like she doesn't know what's going on. She's gagged, Chad. How dare my own followers call me a liar for not pulling up to the court case where I said I was going to use their money to defend myself. How could they? Egabs. And you know, them nails are not cheap, by the way. Those nails are not cheap. You pay for those nails. Remember that, chat. Remember that. Any Frogan haters that come, or Frogan lovers that come in here, just remember, if you donated to her, you paid for those nails. You paid for that food. You didn't pay for a lawyer, though. The one thing you thought you were paying for. But it's not just that one commenter, by the way. It's more people. All right, because it got so bad in her chat to where she started going off on her own chatters. Frogan deletes chatters' messages about the 200K settlement looming while she talks about buying a new fitness watch. I wish all these people put as much time into thinking.
Oh my god,
they
that fat
really
ass is gonna buy a fitness
into
watch.
harassing
I've never heard of a
She's
bigger
also
waste of money
does not
in my
address
life.
criticism of her use of the GoFundMe money. What are you talking about? She's buying a new sports watch with it. What are you talking about? You just she's buying a new fitness watch with the money that she takes. She might get one of those brand new APs, the AP Swatch collab. And resale. Fitness watch, yeah, it's probably an Apple Watch.
Game downloader? Just is the game downloader? Is the game downloader? Just finished. Is the game downloader?
You kind of shocked you can afford a new watch. Girl, I wish like all these people put as much time into thinking they know law into harassing me.
I'm like, they are putting that time into doing that.
$100,000 settlement.
Like what?
If only they knew.
Chat, you guys want to know something? This woman is so dumb. Because she's been running this group for so long, she forgot that she paid her own audience for money. You guys remember at the beginning of the year when she was crying?
Oh, I don't like these
about
guys.
How broke she was? Frogan breaks down crying. This was literally just her 5 months ago. By the way.
My guy's fucking thirsty again? What is he, diabetic?
It's been bad
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but just have fun with it. If you have fun with it, it doesn't matter. So they're not gonna just have fun.
It's my job though. I have to focus on the money.
I know you do, but that's unfortunately like you can't control the money. You can only control the content, you know? Like you can't control how much money people give you. That's not gonna be what you can control. You can just control how much fun you have and then hopefully money will come, you know? Like what? Honestly, you can't control it. If people are hurting, it's not a great time.
Ah, damn, biker did not want to die, man.
So if you just have fun, like you're gonna make money. Like do your fun stuff. I love when I see you. I was just fucking with you, but I really do like when you do like silly stuff. You're really funny at that stuff. Like the Joker thing that we did together, that was hilarious.
So, what happened between the 5 months of you being too broke to afford rent to now you can buy a brand new fitness watch and you're telling people to shut up, you know what you're doing with your money? Like, what happened between that timeline? Like, chat, what happened? Did she realize, oh wait, I have a slush fund of 38K and I already know I'm not gonna go to court? Like, did she just give up at that point? Crying about money while showing those expensive nails? Exactly. I need more money. Showing nails that cost at least 1/10 of her rent price. But continuing on, because obviously she continues to dig the hole for herself. All right, this is not it. She continues to dig the hole. Frogan calls a chatter the most annoying to ever live for asking about the GoFundMe. Another chatter calls them a 4-letter slur that is auto-filtered. What? Frogan allows slurs? She allows slurs in the chat. How could she?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for being the most annoying Oh, I'm gonna die.
So what was she responding to, chat? How annoying was this person? Hi, Frogan. Are you going to make a statement? And is the GoFundMe money being refunded? Have a good day. And then she said thing. And then this person said, Mr. Chunky, another 4-letter slur with an anime character picture. I didn't know her chat was loud in slurs. I didn't know that. And then this person says, okie dokie, thanks for the clarification. So, even if you didn't donate, you can still report the GoFundMe. You can report the GoFundMe. will give you a refund. GoFundMe is 100 cents. Will give you a refund. You can report it. All right, go report it. I'm just saying. Would you rather have your $200 back or own admin who's not even hurting you, or own Ethan Ron, who also isn't hurting you? Because everyone, because obviously Frogan, she has to know. This GoFundMe.
I don't know what went wrong there, man, but
used for personal expenses. All right. I said the GoFundMe money was going to be used for personal expenses, and it is going to be used for personal expenses. Not only she's going to get herself a brand new fitness watch, but
use
also
this.
she bought herself Subnautica. What is wrong with you? Don't get me wrong, I want to buy Subnautica too as well, but I know how to manage my money. You know, delayed gratification is so fun. Because I don't make enough money off of gaming to just buy games day one. Who knew? If she was a gaming
hang on, I gotta
store
run to the bathroom
she could
real
buy
quick.
games and then just write them off and be like, hey man, I'm gonna make more than enough money off of the stream or off of the YouTube videos. But she doesn't make more than enough money off of these. So there's zero reason for her to buy this game outside of, I just want it now. I don't want to save up for it. It's gonna be not popular in 3 months, which is why a lot of people buy games day one. Because like, well, 3 months, no one's gonna be talking about it though. So I gotta buy it now. I gotta be part of the conversation. I guess the GoFundMe money for personal expenses is gone. Frogan is begging for tip money to buy Subnautica. What did she do with 38K though? Rent. I ain't gonna sit in that like I don't even know. Rent, food. That's what she did with 38K because her streams don't make enough money, by the way.
Rosas.
Huh?
Wait, what the heck?
Roses.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, 36 years. Let's go.
Okay. Bad news. It's not included in the starter edition. So who wants to buy me? So who wants to chat? Who wants to give me? What the fuck? Who wants to get? Ah! My mic.
This horrible ass mic.
Wow, dude.
Who
Chill out.
wants to do exclamation point tip and give me $14 so I can buy Game Pass?
This woman is shameless.
Come on, everybody. Give her 14. If everybody in chat gave her $1, she'd be way over budget. You know what I mean?
Dick, poppin' dick.
This is the most shameless person I've ever seen in my live chat. I've never seen someone more shameless than this. She scans her audience at a 38K.
Alright,
Someone subscribes to her and she just says, Roses. And that's it. Doesn't even say thank you. Just Roses. And then she begins to continue begging for money. I've never seen something more scandalous. All right, this woman is truly shameless. After she continues begging for money. I'm not a low calorie. I'm not. One of the greatest ever. She has very much turned into an LTV light. All right.
Oh, holy crap. I don't need that. I don't need that. That.
No woman should be compared to that man.
Seeds.
She thinks she's not a low kid, but yet she's also begging for money. And then on top of that, she also continuously goes and rants about how famous she is, how relevant she is, because people that dislike her get more views. I've actually never seen something this delusional in my life. Alright? I feel like the only thing that could get more delusional than this is low tier guy out here going after Jim. Low tier guy is he's gotta fight back. But other than that, don't like, subscribe, comment down below. I like the video.
Now our glorious are dropping new and Germany in the Euro that honestly has got us back in and it's honestly been pretty incredible. So we run to Ukraine where he's been totally ineffective and continues to open countries, especially immigration and everything. But next time is. And, you know, people get upset at me because they don't realize that when I say things, it comes from a place of
Hey!
all of the Euro Cup nations, the people of these nations, I like what the nations represent, what they're supposed to be, the biblical values that this Christian nation is founded upon. I hate leftoid EU policy garbage that these people have been shoveling down our throats forever. I hate that we are subsidizing 70% of NATO's economy and military while we get absolutely nothing in return. I hate that we're part of the UN where every single one of these lib-cuck nations votes against us every single time on the most garbage bullshit ever. Everything we do is a war crime. Everything we do is bad. We're built on racism. Slavery happened or something. And I am tired of it. Oh, I like that the United States is the world's hegemony, okay? I love it. Don't get me wrong. I don't like being bullied around by retards that need us, and we don't need them. So yeah, actually, fuck these guys. Anyway, that's my very analytical stance. Trump has been dropping nukes, and it's really nice to see.
You talked about possibly pulling out some troops of Germany. Would you be considering the same thing for Spain and Italy? I mean, they haven't been exactly on board.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably will. Why should they, you know, look, why shouldn't they?
Why do we need our people there to help their nations? All right, where our funds are helping these countries, and they
I've been saying that. Holy shit, for 30 years. We need to start closing down fucking overseas military bases.
Not invade the sovereignty of a foreign nation that's trying to kill us, and I'm fucking tired of the grandstanding. We can just do things. We are the world power, and if you don't like it, you can.
If we need to fight a war in Europe, we could use somebody else's military base. If they don't have military bases, fuck you. You should have had one. That's why you got invaded, stupid.
Spain has been horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Communists.
It's not even the fact that they're bad. It's one thing if they said nicely, or if they said, okay, we'll help, but the help's a little slow. But the level, and we helped them with Ukraine. You know, they made a mess out of Ukraine, a total mess. And we helped them with Ukraine. Ukraine has nothing to do. You know, we're an ocean apart. It has to do with them. It's like for them, it's their front door. We help them.
That's right.
And Biden gave them 350.
Shoujo, where the fuck are you going?
Went on. But when we needed them, they were not there. We have to remember that.
Oh my god. Why?
And so if we ever have a big one, because we didn't need.
I need a squirt gun, but I couldn't squirt her because she's standing on my computer. Oh my god, if you shut my computer off, I will kick you till you're dead. You're already fucking around by the button.
To a certain extent, I asked them, I didn't need to help. I said, yeah, we'd love to have you help. Because I wanted to see if they do it.
Oh shit.
And they, in all cases, they said,
they failed.
We don't want to get involved. And
I'm sorry, we're too gay to help you, Mr. President.
The amazing thing is they use the spray of hormones.
I was thinking of helping, and then I realized how much I absolutely love science, so therefore we couldn't be of assistance.
We don't use it.
She's starting to get crazy.
I would really be very,
Next hour is going to be a pain in my ass.
Man, we have millions of Muslims that are in our countries, and we really want them to vote for us.
And, well, wait a minute. And they use it, we don't. And you would have thought they would have said, we would love to help you. But they didn't.
They didn't want to. They didn't want to, and now the Strait of Hormuz is cock-blocked. These people are crying. It actually affects them way more than it affects us. Everyone's crying about the oil crisis this, oil crisis that. It doesn't affect us. America first. We kill those Ayatollah bastards, and unfortunately the Europeans don't want to help, and they're going to actually have some FAFO on the way out. Skill issue. Anyway, so Pete Hegseth was actually brought in to talk about the war, and he's been dropped. He's insane. He's so fucking good at this. It's crazy. All right, and then I'm going to get into the Eurocuck situation, but first you have to see this.
I haven't talked about it as much in these hearings because this is a budget hearing about $1.5 trillion that's historic and significant. But underwriting the change that we've seen in our department was a laser focus on getting back to basics. And the key word for that is merit. We had a department that was obsessed with gender, ideology, and race, diversity, equity, and inclusion. In fact, the mantra you would hear dripping from the lips of generals with a serious look on their face was, our diversity is our strength, which is the single dumbest phrase in military history. Of course, our diversity is not our strength. Our unity is our strength, our shared purpose, the flag we wear, and who we, and the Constitution.
And we wonder why the leftoids hate this guy, and we wonder why the Euro Cup nations that imported infinite diversity hires hate this guy. I wonder why.
We serve to defend. And when you clear that debris away, whether it's Marxist ideologies or social engineering or political correctness or quotas based on gender and diversity, you get the best of the best rising up, regardless of gender, regardless of race, motivated by that environment where merit reigns. It's accountability, standards, lethality, readiness, training, all the debris wiped away.
I'm so fucking based for that. He's right. Diversity is not our strength. It's dumb as fuck. Unity is our strength. This shit is so fucking stupid, it's crazy. It's like, it's actually insane. And every single question he's been answering was just I'll just show you one. So Elizabeth Warren is asking him all sorts of questions. Are you being paid by, is it the Jews? Is it the Russians? Who's paying you, right? And he dropped an absolutely insane response.
What I give, what you give, what others give, I'm not looking for money. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for profit. I don't do it for stocks. And that's part of the reason I'm able to...
Does someone we know do it for stocks? Elizabeth Warren, who's worth $300 million somehow?
Be effective in this job. Because no one owns me. No one owns this department. No one owns this president. And we can execute for the American people, and we do.
She has a little crash out because obviously she is corrupt as fuck, in my opinion. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on across the pond in all the countries that are condemning us and currently getting cooked. All right, so this is a nice-looking individual over here. Look at this guy. Oh, wow, he's a mayor. Look at that. A mayor? Wow, a mayor in England. He must be a really wonderful guy. Ex-Labor mayor slammed by judge for helping hide his son's phone after he raped a 15-year-old girl as he jails her for 3 years and locks up her son for 12. Wow. Wow. So you mean to tell me that this mayor is now in jail because this mayor's son is a rapist that this mayor helped cover up? Wow. Seems to me like England is going very well. Now, just to understand what's actually going on in this is a case where a guy drugged a child, this 15-year-old victim, filmed himself raping, slamming, and choking her. He got a 12-year prison sentence where he will only serve 8. His mayor's mother helped him hide his phone, and a character witness described her as an advocate for women's rights. Do you understand the level of bullshit we're doing? All right, so we import people that advocate for women's rights. They'll use your liberties against you. Your words are just weapons that they wield to destroy you. All right, the foreigners that come in want to use to manipulate you, and she will cover up the brutal rape of a child committed by her son. Understand the level of conquered the West actually is getting, and why these people refuse to help us. Wow! You mean to tell me the country that has this thing as a mayor is actually not willing to help us fight Iran, terrorist pedophiles? Now, this guy, I covered this in great detail in my video yesterday. Terrible terror attack. The guy slit the throat of 2 Jews in England and London in one of the daily terror attacks that happens there right now. So, this guy, this was new news that came out after my last video came out. I just felt like I had to include it because of how perfect it is. This guy is a Somali immigrant who stabbed 2 Jews, but also has a history of violence, including stabbing 2 police officers and police dog in 2008. And after stabbing those 2 police officers and police dog, they still merited a sentence. Two Jews. What are we doing? 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 This is like the suicidal empathy? No, this is just suicide. There's no empathy. This is insane. This is absolute insanity. This is crazy. All right, here's some fun statistics for you. The night attack, Muslims, Paris attack, Muslims, shoe bombing, Muslims, Orlando attack, Muslims, Beltway snipers, Muslims, Fort Hood sniper, shooters, Muslims, underwear bomber, Muslims, Westminster attack, Muslims, Pulse nightclub shooters, Muslims, 2005 volley bombings, Muslims, Rigby, Muslims, USS Paul bombers, Muslims, London bridge attack, Muslims, Madrid train bombers, Muslims, Charlie Hebdo attacks, Muslims, San Bernardino attacks, Muslims, Surabaya bombings, Muslims, Minnesota mall stabbings, Muslims, 7/7 bombers. You see the list goes on and on. And I think that there is one through line throughout all of these cases that we could find a common denominator, and it's Islamophobia. We really need to be careful about that. So Keir Starmer, he released a whole statement yesterday, which I've already covered, which he basically, sat there like Dobby the house elf saying, "Master, Keir Starmer's lost his court, master." All right, so, he dropped one of these. "Yesterday's terror attack wasn't an isolated incident. It's the latest attack on the Jewish community for being Jewish." Attacked by who? Who attacked the Jewish community? You'll notice a very, very obvious absence in every single statement made by the government here.
Today I spoke with volunteers, first responders, and show women and solo to thank them for their bravery. I know this is deeply worrying time for the whole community.
Who are they worried about?
The government is taking immediate action.
Action against who? Who are you taking action against?
We've increased enhanced funding for police reform.
Oh, good. So the white people's taxes is going to pay for Jewish police officers to protect them from Muslim killers. Wow, what a fantastic solution.
Protective security and a fast-track legislation to deal with malign state actors.
Like who?
My message to the Jewish people is you belong here.
I don't know. You keep importing the natural predator.
And we do everything we can to keep you safe.
Except you literally import the natural predator. But, like, are we being serious, man? If I was living in London, I would literally leave. I don't know why these people are staying in London. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sorry, bro. They sold you out. They sold you out. Anywho, and they're all doing this. They all have the same post. Shabana Mahmood, which is Home Secretary, Member of Parliament. In England, you know, the UK's natural threat has been increased to severe. I know this is a source of concern, particularly among Jewish communities. Who are they concerned about? We should all be vigilant, reporting any concerns. Concerns about who? And today we've increased funding to protect Jewish community. Oh my God, these people are like actually fucking evil. It's insane. It's actually crazy. Now, this is, I think, one of the most telling moments in British television history ever. So this is right after the horrible terrorist attack where 2 Jewish guys were just stabbed by a Muslim guy for being Jewish. Get a load of this one. They had, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. Watch this shit.
The lady from the Green Party, we just stated that we've seen racial hatred in the country.
Right, so, you know, they'll all be out here and be like, oh, anti-Semitism is bad. Right, sure. You're so right for that one.
Could you please specify where the hatred is coming from?
Where is the racial hatred coming from? Where is it? A fantastic question, sir. Fantastic question. All right, get ready for the worst answer of all time.
Quite sure what you mean. Do you mean from the general public or?
No, from Muslims. I'm sorry if this is gonna hurt your feelings, but 2 Jews were just stabbed by Muslims. Jews were shot in Manchester by Muslims. Jews had synagogues burnt to the ground by Muslims. Churches burnt to the ground by Muslims. Jewish ambulance service volunteers destroyed in a firebombing attack by Muslims. The Holocaust Memorial in England was destroyed by Muslims. So yeah, where is the hatred coming from?
Well, she said there's racial hatred in the country, and I'd just like to know where she thinks it's coming from.
That's a great question. Where's it coming from?
I mean, I was talking about the fact that there is a rise in racially motivated crime and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but specifically against Jews and white people, by the way. Those are the races that are actually affected by the current environment of racial hatred. By the way, there's almost 0 hate crimes against Muslims in England, by the way, which is a shock.
There's more and more hate crimes. There's more reports of people.
Yeah, hate crimes, like raping white girls and like blowing up Jewish areas, I guess. But who's doing this? Where's the hate coming from?
Feeling uncomfortable, unsafe.
Yeah, but what's making you feel unsafe?
You said there's racial hatred. Where do you think it's coming from?
Okay.
This is a good question, right?
What are you getting at exactly?
What are you getting? No, it's asking you.
Where does she think this racial hatred is coming from?
Great
What do you mean? What specific?
He can't say it's coming from the Muslim community because they'll put him in jail for hate speech. Welcome to England.
Well, I can actually say that where I think it's coming from is that we live in rip-off Britain and people are having a really, really tough time. They're struggling because their bills are going up. They're struggling because they can't afford their rent.
That's right. They can't afford their rent, so they're stabbing Jews and saying Allahu Akbar before doing it. Right? I can't afford food. I'm going to blow up Jewish ambulances and say Allahu Akbar while doing it. Yep.
I actually think this is the reality. They're struggling because food is now so expensive, it's eye-watering. What that means is that there's then a tendency to find someone to blame. And I think that there have been narratives.
Even the people next to her are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Like people propagating these narratives that will point the finger at certain communities to blame them when it is not the fault of those communities.
It's totally not the fault of the Muslim that stabbed the Jews. It's the fault of the economy going to shit because they imported Muslims that don't want to get jobs. It's like wherever you turn, bro.
So I actually think that the economic situation, which is...
You know why the economic situation is so fucking shit? It's because they woke their way so close to the sun that they refuse to actually get natural gas. They want to import it from Russia. That's one. And 2, it's because they're importing infinite retards from the third world that they pay for their hotels and housing on the British taxpayer.
disastrous at the moment, is a big reason why hate's on the rise. So that's why we need to solve the economic problems, we need to end rip-off Britain, make sure ordinary people are having a better life day to day, not struggling so much, but we also need to really focus on community cohesion and living well together.
Okay, let me...
Hey, how about really focus on cracking down on the rape?
To pinpoint where it's coming from, and every single person that's been in England for generations is suffering right now because of the same fucking shit, this same issue, and no one wants to talk about it. So this is Mehdi Hassan. He is a British, American, Indian Muslim, literally the ultimate combo. All right, so this dude showed up to talk about why actually Muslims are stabbing Jews in England.
I've spent my entire adult life, my professional
Oh my
career
God,
as a journalist,
Jojo! Oh my, what are you, smoking meth? What the hell is wrong with you?
especially this Israeli government and this genocide in Gaza. But I go out of my way to tell people on my side of the argument, do not do that. Do not conflate Jews and Judaism with Israel or even with Zionism. And look, it becomes more complicated because, of course, many people in the Jewish community do support Israel, and that becomes a problem. I think
It's just a problem, guys. You see, the thing is, since Jews support Israel, of course we're going to have Muslims stabbing them in the streets of England.
We need to be able to have these conversations, but at the same time all agreeing that violence is never the solution. Anti-Semitic violence is horrific.
Anti-Semitic violence is bad. Anyway, I really hope Hamas goes and rapes a lot more Israelis, but anti-Semitic violence is bad. I support the terrorists that kill Jews, but anti-Semitic violence is terrible. But the Jews that support Israel deserve it, though. Like, bro. This is awesome, bro. Mehdi Hassan talks about the stabbing of 2 Jews in London. Says it's a problem that Jews support Israel. This was too short. He just wants to rape her. Am I right, guys? And again, this is Mehdi Hassan, who just yesterday, he went on a show talking about something incredible.
These days, Tucker Carlson has a big fan base amongst the anti-war left, who see him as saying the right stuff, trying to stop Trump from illegal wars in Iran.
No one cares about legal wars or illegal wars. This shit is so fucking retarded.
And amongst a lot of Muslim and Arab Americans who see him now as this great champion of Palestine. Wherever I go, literally, wherever I go in this country, I do a lot of live events.
This is the Tucker Carlson candidate, by the way.
I do a lot of public events. People come up to me, when are you going to Tucker Carlson? When are you going to do an event with Tucker Carlson? Why don't you get to have with Tucker Carlson? Do you like Tucker Carlson? Wherever I go. People ask me more about Tucker Carlson, even in my own family, than they ask me about my wife and kids.
Literally, like, about hate community and hate people. Literally don't fucking care about America whatsoever. They only care about the Muslims conquering Israel or whatever the fuck. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud. Well, Tucker Carlson, congratulations, my guy. You got the whole Mehdi Hassan family on your side. Anyway, this is Zach Polanski. He's in charge of the Green Party, which is like the woke left and the Islamists that got together to be retarded as friends. Horrendous attack in Golders Green. Thinking of the victims, their families, and everyone who will once again be shaken by this attack. Who did the attack? Who did the attack? Alright, thank you for getting involved in the emergency response. City news from Golders Green from Mofin Ali. The preparations everyone we have an emergency said indebted to Venezuela for immediate response, yada yada. J.K. Rowling is fucking tired of this. It's crazy. She was always against the shit. She's actually calling out on the Muslims this time. Why do leaders of the Greens have such difficulty naming this particular demographic most likely to be shaken and affected by killing from their community after their throats cut out on a million street? Who is doing this, guys? What's going on? Canadian judge Jocelyn Gagnon, a woman, coincidence, blocked the deportation of an Indian national who killed 16 people.
And truck driver who killed 16 people.
I think we should keep that guy in Canada. What do you think, guys? Absolutely. The cafe in Berlin does not allow white people to enter now. I'm just showing you the level of fuck Europe is and why it's actually not bad at all. That we're not really associated with them anymore.
Ministerin Karin Pri.
In Canada, it received 700,000 euros in public funding, anti-white cafe that does not allow white people. That's right. A country built by white people, majority white people, has little special ethnic enclaves for anti-white people. Isn't that awesome? So this is a Muslim family bringing children together to watch a gay man get thrown off a rooftop after his death under Sharia law. I don't think I could actually show you this, but you get the idea. It very makes a lot of sense. The leftists are super happy with these guys. Another day, church on fire in France. This is the Église Saint-Christiac in Monedac. I don't know how to pronounce any of this shit. And it's on fire. It's so weird. So weird how all these churches started getting lit on fire magically right after mass migration started. Wow. Wow. wow, what a coincidence. You know what else is funny? I'm thinking about it now. It's kind of weird that we don't have, like, mosques on fire. It's so weird. Like, you'd think that statistically you'd have churches and mosques on fire at a relatively similar rate per capita, but it seems like that's not the case. What a funny coincidence. So, this is the funny story of the day. So, this is Medicaid on the PR stuff flotilla. Alright, so remember Greta Thunberg had her little flotilla that she's going to Gaza on this little flotilla to provide aid to the Palestinians that started war and lost. This gigantic virtue signal from the Islamized left in Europe. Alright, well, this is the Medicaid. Condoms and hard drugs. They first about the Israeli military first about because obviously they're a blockade and they're not allowed to actually just use the blockade actually. Alright, that's the funny thing. So these are the 175 activists from 20 months of the condom flotilla making their way peacefully to Israel aboard Israeli vessels because they were stopped. They were stopped by the Israeli military because obviously you come into the Israel country illegally or something. Alright, so Netanyahu says this, and this is funny as shit. Over our Navy, I instructed the command of Hamas-supported flotilla from reaching the shores of Gaza. The mission was executed with complete success. No ship or no Hamas-supported reached our territory, not even our territorial waters. We returned back and will return to the countries of origin. Then we continue to see Gaza on YouTube. Honestly diabolical. Oh my god. And guess who gets Zola Yasani, mayor of New York City. Wow, I'm so glad he's taking care of the budget crisis. Right, Israeli forces intercepted and boarded a humanitarian aid flotilla bound for Gaza in international waters off the coast of Greece, unlawfully detaining 175 people, several New Yorkers. My team is in direct contact with state and federal partners as we work to confirm the whereabouts and conditions of these New Yorkers. This is a brazen violation of international law. Those detained must be released. Except the funniest part about this is he thinks that if he just screams buzzwords to his audience of dipshits, Islamists, and woke retards, that it'll work. Except it does not violate international law. Actually, hilariously enough, if you look at the capture of neutral merchant vessels and goods, neutral merchant vessels are subject to capture outside neutral waters if they are engaged in any of the activities referred to in paragraph 67. For example, attempting to breach a blockade. So actually, it is perfectly legal under international law to stop terrorist supporters from providing aid to terrorists. Wow! Literally the shock of all time. Right, so these woke people are actually fucking retards. I would focus on this though. Zoran Mamdani, a man just lit himself on fire and blew up an apartment in Queens. I would focus on that. Who knows? Who knows what ethnicity the perpetrator could possibly be? I'm thinking that probably a straight white Christian male. I think straight white Christian male is probably the most likely ethnicity of Mr. Anrup Parasram, who blew himself up. Personally, that's what I think. Anyway, Fatah, this is Palestinian people, officials in the Gaza Strip are accusing IDF of releasing trained rats to attack Palestinian children. Every day, people. It's unbelievable. It's a genocide. It's a genocide. The rats are eating the Palestinian babies. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite lies. It's up there with Iran destroyed America's entire naval fleet, and Israel is training dogs to rape Palestinian prisoners. So, some of my favorite stories of all time. Now, what we did actually get was Hezbollah, the terrorist organization that murdered 240 of our Marines in Beirut, positioned a rocket launcher inside a civilian building. You know, we keep getting more and more evidence of this, actually. As you can see, there is a rocket launcher in a civilian building, which is a violation of international law, which no one fucking cares about when terrorists do it.
It'll be a good morning when you buy something and get the fuck out of here.
Civilian building, get fucked, retards. No one cares. So anyway, these are the people that the leftoids are doing their absolute best to protect.
Hey, jerk, you better not fuck this up, or I'll cut your goddamn throat.
This is Cam Higby, an American journalist, investigator guy who's actually pretty based, it seems. Like, he cracked down on a lot of the Somali fraud and shit. And he was talking to this girl about...
I'll sell you food, but don't expect me to cook it for
you. They don't care about the
you.
Christians getting massacred in Nigeria, or Sudan, or Iran, or Syria, or Yemen. They don't care about any of those people, but they really desperately care about the Palestinians that started a war and lost.
I'm using Palestine as an example because we are obviously living through that right now. Do you guys agree?
Where is Palestine? What countries border it?
I do not know. I will be honest.
Oh,
It's so
you want a
over, man.
guarantee, huh? Well, maybe you should try Camway.
You don't even know where it is.
I don't have to know where it is to know that millions are dying.
Millions are dying!
Millions have not died. You're telling me that you have the most minimal information possible about the
Millions are dying! A population of 2.2 million, which, by the way, increased since the start of the Pretendicide. All right? It increased. All right? Since the Pretendicide started, they had more babies than people were killed. All right? And millions dying.
And I'm supposed to expect that
Millions
you're going to be able to
have
inform me
died
about
just
it.
because I
Millions
don't know
have
where
not
it
died.
is.
Not even Hamas claims that.
Yeah, so obviously we're dealing with absolute dipshit retards that are trying to rape and destroy our civilization. Destroy them. And yes, that means that I don't give a fuck how strict Trump is on the Euro cucks that hate our way of life and are importing our destruction. Fuck these people. We are the most powerful nation on the planet, and you're gonna have to fucking deal with it. Deal with the consequences of not being our friend. Not gonna sugarcoat it. You're fucked. And it's
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Casual Goodness. Today, a famous one. I'm surprised we haven't covered this yet. It's the disappearance of Madeline McCann, which is a brutal case. And, I don't know, it's complicated and it's long script. That is, David's written it. I've never read it before. Of course, I'm familiar with this. I think every British person is familiar with this case. If you're not, you're about to be, because we're going to be here for a little while. The format of the show, if you've not seen this show before, because I've never read this before, we're going to read it together and explore. Let's just dive in, shall we? It was mid-afternoon on April 28th, 2007, in Praia de Luz, a sun-soaked paradise on the southern coast of Portugal's Algarve region. In English, Praia de Luz means the beach of light. Since the late 1960s, the place has been transformed from an impoverished fishing village to a bustling seaside resort. Although Praia de Luz has a population of just 3,500 residents, approximately 4 times that number visited every single year to swim, sunbathe, drink, and relax. A combination of the warm climate, fair prices, and extensive childcare services made it particularly attractive for middle-class families from Northern Europe. Furthermore, half the population of the town wasn't even Portuguese, with the houses and apartments being bought up by a swarm of British, German, and Dutch expatriates. Yeah, like, I don't know, like south of Spain, Algarve in Portugal, pretty famous for just like lots of Brits and Germans and apparently Dutch. Generally speaking, these arrivals were either retirees warming their old bones or younger people of an aspirational bent who wanted to boast that they owned a villa in the Algarve. In short, this wasn't just some sleepy coastal village full of retired fishermen. It was an international hub where people of all walks of life came and went. You think they just want to boast? I don't know. Like a holiday house. It sounds nice. Like somewhere warm to go in the winter? And you don't need to have old bones to enjoy that. Look, starting a skincare routine, you go to the drugstore and you're like, ooh, that looks good, I'll buy that. And then you go out and it's like, super expensive, but okay, I'm definitely going to stick with it this time. And then 3 days later, you're like, yeah, I'm not doing the face wash with the weird microbeads and whatnot in there. It's just, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, it's too expensive and I'm too lazy. What you need is a company to make it easier. And that's where today's sponsor, Geology, comes into the picture. Their customized skincare routine takes the guesswork out of it. No complicated setup. It's just effective, proven ingredients that do what they're supposed to do. I've been using it for about a month now. Smoother skin, less oiliness, no dark circles under the eyes, which makes me look less tired. And look, I do my job is on camera. Is that you don't want to look super tired all the time. Their salicylic acid face wash keeps breakouts under control. Retinol night cream helps with fine lines, and it takes less than 2 minutes a day. I spend 4 minutes plus a day brushing my teeth, and you only see my teeth and I'm like, your skin, people. Why not do Geology? Head to geolog.ie/casual70 or scan the QR code on the screen now. Use code casual70 to get 70% off your custom skincare starter set. That's a full month trial for only $12.
Yeah, hang on.
Free add-on of your choice. And now back to today's video. In 2007, the perception
Fucking
was
rifle,
that
cool.
Barbados was a safe little village without much crime.
All I
In
need
fact,
is scope now. Alright. Cool, I'm
I'm
sparking up a brand new doob right here, man.
Homicide rate twice Portugal's national average. Wait, Is this like people thought it was safe, but it turns out it's not at all? Really? The Algarve was also just a hop and a skip away from Morocco, and thus an ideal region for traffickers of guns, drugs, and people to land on the coast and pass her on their way to wider Europe. For instance, approximately 70% of cannabis smuggled into Europe passes through the Algarve. No, is that? That's a lot. Numerous British, Moroccan, and Balkan gangs also have a presence in the region. In addition to this, since 2004, Portuguese police were aware that a sexual predator was operating within a 50-mile radius of Praia de Luz, primarily targeting British tourists, breaking into their holiday apartments at night and assaulting their prepubescent daughters while speaking to them in heavily accented English. The young victims all remarked, "The foul stench. Sounds like a real piece of shit. Doesn't need a British consulate in the Algarve, but issued no travel warning." Yeah, I mean, travel warnings are very serious business. Like, I don't think because there's one predator that they'd be like, don't travel here. Travel warnings are like, there's a war or there's a genocide going on. Don't go there. They're not like, maybe don't go here because it's crimey. 2 of these nighttime assaults had occurred in Praia de Luz itself. The McCann family were not aware of any of this when they arrived in the resort town. They were an upper-middle-class family of 5. Jerry McCann, originally from Glasgow, was a cardiac specialist. Kate McCann, originally from the suburbs of Liverpool, was a general practitioner. They lived in the Leicestershire village of Rothley, in a large, newly refurbished and comfortable home, and Jerry commuted into the city of Leicester to work. They were both regular churchgoers. As such, the couple had initially wanted to have a family of 6 or 7 children. However, Kate McCann, already in her mid-30s, had struggled to get pregnant. Through the help of IVF, the couple managed to have their first daughter, Madeline, on May the 12th, 2003. And again, through IVF, Kate McCann gave birth to twins Sean and Amelie on February 1st, 2005. In the mid-afternoon of April 28th, 2007, the McCanns dropped off their luggage at the Ocean Club, a resort in Praia de Luz owned by Mark Warner Limited. They joined the other members of the party, some of whom were David and Fiona Payne, Fiona's mother, Diane, Matt and Rachel Oldfield, and Russell O'Brien, and Jane Tanner. 6 of the 9 adults were doctors. Between the 4 couples in the party, they had 8 small children. The Ocean Club was a mixture of cosy villas and low-rise apartments. The grounds had 4 pools, 5 tennis courts, 2 snack bars, and a tapas restaurant. With its open layout, people could pass from one end of the complex to the other without drawing much attention. This sounds like the sort of place I'd go on holiday. The McCann family rented apartment 5A on the ground floor at the edge of the complex, adjoining 2 roads, and nearby one of the swimming pools with the tapas restaurant on the other side. Apartment 5A could be accessed in one of 2 ways. First, from the apartment next to the parking lot and the Rua de Rostino de Silva. This led to apartment 5A's front door, which the McCanns typically locked. I'm just wondering, is this a resort? Because I don't know, everywhere I go, there's always like, every time you drive in, there's a man in a glass passing the escalator. I don't think like a smelly predator could just roll into a resort. The second way was through a small wrought iron gate on the side of the building, taking directly onto the Rua de Francisco Gentil Martins, and led to a parking
God damn it!
Entire building. On the immediate right was the patio. The apartment had sliding doors, and the McCanns typically left unlocked. Thus anyone could wander off the public street and access their apartment in just a few paces. Okay, so it's right on a public street, so it's not a secure area. 5A had 2 bedrooms. One of them was used by Jerry and Kate McCann, who pushed 2 single beds together. The other was occupied by their 3 children. 2-year-old Sean and Amelie slept on travel cots in the middle of the room. 3-year-old Madeline slept on a single bed. A second bed in the room was occupied by no one. The children's room had a window which looked out on the parking lot.
Alright, cool. Forest, that's what I wanted.
That sealed tight when closed. Jerry and Kate McCann said they always kept the window in the children's room closed with the shutters down and the curtains drawn. Pull string inside the bedroom. The metal shutters and the window pane could not be opened from the outside without forcing them. Okay, where were the sliding doors? The sliding doors were unlocked, and I think that's important, something about this case, but so access to this bedroom from the street, windows are closed, so it's going to be the sliding doors where someone can get in. The first 5 days of the McCann's holiday followed a similar pattern. Each morning, they dropped off their children at the daycare service or creche provided by the Ocean Club. Then Jerry and Kate enjoyed a day of relaxing, swimming in the ocean, attending tennis lessons, and going for long, arduous runs. Both of them were fairly into sport and fitness. It sounds like the sort of holiday I go I thought these kids would be too young to put in a creche. Like, we typically put it, I don't know, I don't want to rush. I put my kids in the creche more than my wife would. But we spend like, I don't know, we'll do like half a day, put the kids in the creche and relax, and then half a day, doing some activities with the kids or something. Because they don't want to, holidays for them as well. They love, I call it a kids club. They love the kids club. They're always like, can we go back? Can we go back? It's like, I want to spend time together. It's like, no, I make friends. The McCanns picked up their children at lunchtime so they could all eat together. Then the youngsters got put back into daycare so Kate and Jerry could have the rest of the afternoon to themselves. The McCanns would pick up their children at 5 or 6 p.m. and take them back to apartment 5A for a 7 p.m. The children's nighttime routine was to play for a little bit, then get into some pajamas, a glass of milk, and fall asleep to bedtime stories. Yeah, this is uncomfortably close to how my life is. Then Kate and Jerry would get ready to with a glass of wine in the room. The whole getting ready ritual was usually stretched out over 90 minutes. Then they headed down to the tapas restaurant, where, after the first 2 days of staying there, Rachel Oldfield had reserved a table for the entire party of 9 adults at 8:30 p.m. every day for the rest of the week. It was later discovered that, as an explanation to her manager, the hostess had a note about close to their kids sleeping alone in the apartments on the front desk. For days, it was visible to anyone skulking in the pool there. It's possible that this is where an abductor got the idea to target cans. This is something I don't know because things and how you do this with your children have changed because of this very case that we're going through today. But I wouldn't leave my kids in the hotel room alone and then leave the building. I would, yeah, I don't.
What?
Destroys feminists in survival competition after saying we don't need men. Oh yeah, I bet this is gonna be peak.
Look at me. You're in.
What are we doing, man?
Go.
Surely,
It's gonna be worth.
we have nothing to drink. We don't know where we are.
There you go.
I don't think we should at all.
Where's the McDonald's? Where's the Chick-fil-A? Where's Starbucks? Man, happy monkey noises, bro. I love this, bro. Because men are innate providers, and that's how God intended us to be. And women, we're supposed to protect them, because to be honest, they can't really do that without men. So I love this stuff. There's nothing wrong with gender roles. There's really not. Women have the children. Men become the ones who make the children. It's really that easy. Let's start acting like we're equal, that we can do everything the same, and realize that our importance is equal. What we provide, the extension and the lengthening of humankind is important, but men are a lot better at different things, and women are a lot better at different things. I'll be real. I think women, correct me if I'm wrong, I think women are way better than men at having kids. And men are pretty much better at having kids. But having kids is the most important thing in the world to do. So let's just acknowledge that fact, and we'll all be better off.
You just order me about all the time. I would easily just.
She goes on about this.
I feel dreadful. Honestly, I feel.
Because you are 5.
I know.
I will settle with 3.
So desperate for food and water.
The water was not actually dehydration was your own fault rather than lack of water.
The expedition party are dehydrated, hopelessly lost, and wandering directionless.
Damn. Yeah, bro. That'll show that tree. What the f are they intending to do?
Walking is painful now.
All night, no dry clothes and no fryer. So everything's
I love when women start crying. crying in horrible situations, like it's gonna change. Oh, maybe if I'm on an island and I need food and water, maybe if I'll just start crying, the answer will just come out in my ass. It's really like the most pathetic, useless survival instinct of all time that weak cultures use to women's advantage to get them what they want. Realistically, in any other scenario, like in the real world, if you have to survive, all crying does is waste time. You need to lock the in and make it work. I would love to watch
with my family, and I just need to get back.
Dude, if you guys have ever watched a season of Survival, Men versus Women, it literally is the female teams suck absolute balls at everything they do, and then they cry and make a man feel better for them, and they find the simp, and then they get the simp to take care of them. That's what happens every single time. And then they usually end up on the island to keep the men underneath their finger. That's usually what happens, and what's crazy is how effective that works. It's true.
All the decisions we've made thus far have been made for not needed to conform to a system.
Your disorganized group with no leader is the reason why you can't even figure out how to purify water, which is what led to this.
Would that really just drink seawater? Like that's gonna do anything to quench her thirst?
Call the medics! She's drowned! Fainted!
We're women.
Think before you sleep or rip them apart. Turns out the women that were given a pig that wasn't native to the island because they were so at surviving. Please link that in the Daily Scramble. I would love to watch that. I would love to watch that.
I don't want to drink the water because of piss.
Decent water. The water is not an issue.
2:30 now. No sign of a fire.
I cannot believe these have a group of 16 women and they can't even start a fire when retards from like 4,000 years ago could do that in like 5 minutes. I actually kind of like the water. Well, that's because you drink piss. Maybe I take a week where I just spend it in nature. Like really just like feet in the dirt. I think me and Sophia would really love doing this.
If I hadn't turned up today, and I turned up in 6 months, I bet these guys would be in pretty good shape.
Feels like I've heard this on this island. It's just to be dehydrated.
Yeah, maybe if we cry, that'll fix our issues. Oh my God. Can we just lock in?
The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
Damn.
Get behind it. Oh! Cut him off. Get him.
This is so good.
Another day, once again, no breakfast.
Cost me a bit. It's like snake crisps. Like pork, it's very like pork scratching.
Almost 2 weeks without a meal. The group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk their organs will start to shut down.
But when the pounds are dropping off because of starvation and malnutrition,
you're in a vibrant forest on the beach with access to fishing equipment and an ocean, and you have had no food in 2 weeks. You might just be retarded.
it's a dangerous mindset to have, and it really is not a cause for celebration.
£135. Harvey.
I used to go to swimming club, right, every Monday. I feel I come back there.
I have to say, I don't find starvation a good way of losing weight. I don't think we should be celebrating.
Look at the size of that. Oh.
I can't get the Titanic theme tune.
That was like Titanic. See, if I was Kate Winslet, it was Leonardo.
All right, I'm gonna
I really thought we were going to have some
start heading back.
until we left the island.
Oh, not the Wildcat. That's absolutely foul, bro.
It's funny watching them realize that they can only say they don't need men while in the comfort of a first world country where men already provide them with everything they need to survive.
And they do nothing in return to deserve it. Not all women, but so many women. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It is insane how much we take this for granted.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of men that don't provide. So, I mean, that's the whole problem is we got to learn to be better people, man. That's it.
Insane.
But they can't even survive on their own without men.
They couldn't even kill the pig? Shut the hell up. No way.
The biggest I have ever caught in all my life.
If you can't even kill a pig, it's quite literally take a stick, sharpen it, and then stab the out of the pig. It's really that easy.
Small dog.
I am eating myself from the inside. I'm just hoping that we can get some food.
Put the stew on, we're boiling the bones down, I'm trying to feed 11 people in the next hour or 2 hours.
Start. I'm thirsty. Like, surely I'm gonna die soon. Stupid place.
Daddy brought home the bacon!
But half the group is tied up trying to collect rainwater.
Oh.
Believe this, I'm disorganised to make feed.
They've hardly collected any water.
Was that the total amount of what we've just got from the rainfall?
Wow, that's enough for 1 cup for each of them. That will last them 2 hours. Amazing. Off a whole ass rain shower is crazy.
When in doubt, send Vic out!
The expedition party have spent all day in the searing heat, only to find they've walked in one big circle, back to Coconut Beach.
How did that happen? I don't even understand. We cannot walk anywhere on this island without getting lost.
Let's rock and roll, boys! Let's rock and roll!
I don't know what it is. In video games and driving, I get lost all the time. But something about my brain, when I get into the forest, when I get into the wild, I understand everything. I know exactly where I'm at all times. I never get lost. I don't know how this happens. I don't. I really don't. But there's something about our brains that just work better when they're put in nature.
Oh, I think we made it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, this is exciting. This is
Why is it you're so adamant you're right all the time?
Hold on. I'm not adamant I'm right.
Yes, you are, because you're dismissing everybody else.
Listen,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm telling you,
Okay, well, where are we going now? Where are we going now? No more concentration or arguing.
It's
I don't want to leave. I'm sorry, I don't want to leave the street. I don't want to.
Wait, tell me those aren't a bunch of men and their wives. Tell me it's not husbands versus wives. There is no way that's what this is.
What deal with this.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time.
Oh my god.
Having pushed through the jungle for 2 days, they're not one step closer.
Oh my god.
Brilliant. For the moment, absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, definitely feel like a tribe on a hunt.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Everyone's come out prepared.
You really need to know how I'm feeling.
I feel fine. Another day at the office.
Maybe if we cry, that'll fix our issue of not having food. There we go.
I feel really good, yeah.
Wow, I have no bullets.
It's watching us. No!
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories with barely entering days. The women.
Oh, this guy's a dick.
Life-saving feast.
Well, maybe if they keep walking, they'll find a Starbucks.
Shift it up. He's not close to me. He's not scared of us. Look at me. Look at me. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You're in, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in.
Here we go, puppy dog. Go.
Dude, shout outs to the guy who went all the way to the front. What a badass. Not giving a fuck. I mean, holy... This might be one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I need to watch this.
Where is he? There he is.
Whatever this is, I'm gonna find it.
Alright, he's on fire now. That'll help.
Hours rearranging wet knickers and washing
What?
all around this camp and squeezing it out and hanging it up for you.
I've been biting my tongue but all the time.
You're all right. You don't want me to...
Oh my god! Holy!
I was so warm, but I just need to sleep.
Enjoy the idyllic tropical sunshine.
So good.
I don't know how I only got bit once.
We can't eat because we have no time.
Bro, how many times are they gonna try crying to fix their issues? This is actually annoying to watch. Imagine bees.
Yes.
Oh my god, good on them, bro. They're out here having hibachi.
Chicken.
We have nothing to drink because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
Oh god, I feel like I have to Sunday dinner at home.
Bro, the moment they couldn't even make fire, they just gotta wrap that out, bro. Wrap that out, go to the next, you're useless.
Absolutely lovely.
We're really struggling, guys.
Come on.
Give some love. Char grilled to smoky perfection. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
God. I'm just so thirsty. We don't make fun of it.
It's all they're doing! Holy
21
crap!
little fishies for the dishes.
God damn, bro!
Oh, okay. Can't do it.
How was it? Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
A croc of this size could provide the men with
All kinds of games.
whole camp.
I'm looking at your urine results and things here, and I'm looking at your weight charts and everything, and I'm looking at people whose kidney function is on a decline. And I cannot stand by and let that decline continue. Now, there's no easy way to say this.
Yeah, you suck. No, you just suck.
I'm teetering right on the brink of pulling you all off the island for medical reasons. If you do not get control,
Oh, I should have never closed that door. Go down, come on! Oh my god, I hate you.
Did they just one-man a crocodile with the penis?
How are you so fat you're fucking blocking the door?
How are... Dude, this is insane. Absolute giga
Yeah, that was totally my fault.
That's why.
I just wanted to let you know that you can supplies from you.
Hey, I'm not surprised, Tonight we feast like kings.
Morning. So now I need to wait for this to get boiled, which is going to take a long time. Right,
No way. They didn't even have their water supported? Like, what are they even talking about? Their feelings? Jesus!
And it falls predictably. I knew it was going to fall.
Then why didn't you do anything? Rather than say, I knew the bad thing was going to happen. I did nothing to stop it. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do something?
By the time she's picked it up, all the water's falling out.
He's a big boy.
You would think after all their failures, they would continue, but it would be way better.
Damn bionic fucking zombies, man.
Without a leader, just so they can all
I think, personally, you need to decide on a leader.
I can hear you're really passionate, Georgie, and I totally get it.
No kings. No kings. No kings. You're literally acting like Donald Trump right now, by the way.
But I think for me, we collaboratively lead the group.
Oh my
Amazing
God.
how happy simple things like just finding knickers. Life may not be so bad.
Harvey, that system is not working because we've done that. And I think we're stumbling from one day to the next. And now we're in crisis.
Something has gone wrong somewhere.
What do you think has gone wrong?
We're literally starving.
What do you think is going wrong? No shelter, no food, no water. Huh? I wonder.
Come on. Blow it and then just eat it. There's protein in the leg. You said you were hungry. Yeah! Oh, nice! How does that taste? Oh, it's food! I'm proud of you, son. That was amazing.
But what we need to do is, try and work together without causing arguments, disagreements, unnecessary stress.
A few moments later.
I've had enough of everything.
What's your profanity? With the net set, the men's attention turns elsewhere.
Why should I let somebody boss me about and tell me what to do? I'll do what I want to do.
Yeah, this is my husband's professional out here. They try to tell what's the best for him, and they say, you're literally impressing me. Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Oh my God, this is infuriating. I love it.
Stand there and go, I'm going to do what I want to do, and if someone's telling me what to do, I'm not going to do it. But we all need to come together. Exactly, the arguments have started already. It's not an argument. This is what happens when you try and elect a leader.
It's amusing how they can't stand each other or work together, even when their life depends on it. They're only focused on their feelings.
Has there ever been a successful military that was led by women and populated by women? I'm actually curious. Has there ever been a widely successful military/army led by women, populated by majority women? I'm actually very curious. You know the answer? Well, I'm not sure. I might as well grok it. You know, I might as well grok it. I mean, you never know. No. No. There has never been a major, widely successful army that was both primarily or entirely populated by women and led by women at a top level. Oh. Well, it's probably just coincidence, to be honest. And don't notice that, otherwise you're misogynist, by the way. Don't notice that or you're misogynist.
And what they want to do. On the other hand, the men understand they need a leader to get things done efficiently. So they elected the most qualified man without letting their feelings get in the way.
Hey! Okay.
Queens have started.
Got stuck there for a minute. Kind of bullshit.
Why don't we fact check that?
Alright, one's on fire. She's down.
Let's please fact check. I can't. Yes, that's true. We'll see. Yes, according to rigorous historical data on European monarchs, queens were more likely to engage in wars than kings. That's real? So women can't do much for themselves. They start all the problems. That's insane. Oh my God. Don't notice that and talk about that. They'll call you a misogynist if you say that, by the way. So don't say that, guys. Don't. The statistics are misogynist. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've had a wank. What, I haven't done them wrong? Over there! No, only once. Right, tell me where you had.
Remind me not to go around there again.
Good Lord.
I'll do what I want, when I want. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. But
and I'll do nothing to earn that right.
Me about. Fed up.
Oh, this will solve it, guys. This is great.
So beautiful.
Jamie!
Oh, Jules.
Dead?
What's wrong? You're so weak.
This is ridiculously wonderful.
I do not want to be on camera today. If anybody films me, I'll kick off.
God, this is awesome.
Mate, this is bollocks.
It's crazy how one side seems like they're on literal vacation and the other is on the brink of death. Like literally brink of death. And the only difference is a group of men versus a group of women. This is insane.
I'll get it. No, you won't. No, you won't.
I knew it. I knew. The stereotype is wrong, you know? But I knew they could nail this.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
consider getting medical interventions and supply handouts to keep them alive as nailing it, but to each their own.
Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to
The modern...
It's okay, man. Barry Wells makes this entire show, okay? He's just a liberal. Like, comment, subscribe. That shit was hilarious.
Morning. Didn't we agree your first job was going to be free?
We let
Damn,
in a guy
this is
legally,
all
and
I
his
can spare.
brothers, two brothers of his are Hezbollah terrorists. Hezbollah Hezbollah, by the way, literally murdered 241 Marines in a Beirut bombing in Lebanon. Like, these people have killed hundreds of Americans, Hezbollah, and their brother naturalized? I know that I'm going to have some woke retard be like, oh, but sins of the family shouldn't equate it. No, it
Listen,
absolutely
Pack.
should. If two of his brothers are terrorists,
What are you
we don't
standing
need that
there
guy in our
for?
country.
Don't
We
you have
zero
work to do?
obligation to give immigration status to foreigners. Zero. Every time we do it, it should be when it's offensive to us. For example, if this guy's brothers are terrorists, we shouldn't do it. Obviously, there was something wrong with the upbringing, and it is tiring to even say this, quite literally. And not only that, but also he's a pedophile. I just thought that was fun to add. This Ayman al-Ghazali terrorist that blew up a school, he was literally a pedophile. 3 felonies for child abuse. Good shit. That's the guy. That's the legal immigrant that we have in our country, blowing people up. Imagine excusing someone for firebombing a random mosque because his cousin was killed on 9/11. Exactly. It's a completely retarded argument. All right, and this is what the Jewish members of Congress have been getting.
Just for being a Jewish piece of shit who thinks they own the world. I hope some fucking Arab motherfucker jumps out of the bushes and cuts off your fucking head.
Good shit.
Just for being a...
Yeah, so this is the shit that would, this is the shit that's supposed to be normal. Yeah, thank you. This is the representative of Ohio 7 District. Like, for some reason that's normal. Of course, last night there was also a bombing in a synagogue in Rotterdam, for those of you that are unaware. And this is not to be confused with the bombing that happened yesterday in the synagogue in Norway. Yeah, I guess bombing synagogues is a daily thing these days, and we're supposed to tolerate it because they had a cousin who was a terrorist that died or something. I don't know. This Milwaukee shooter, naturalized citizen. Like, people are noticing. We have a legal immigration plan. Dude, the Overton window is destroyed. It is so over. This horrific pattern of naturalized citizens committing acts of terrorism against the American people must end. This is Representative Riley Moore from Virginia. Alright, I will introduce a bill to denaturalize and deport any citizen who commits an act of terrorism, plots to commit an act of terrorism, joins a terrorist organization, or otherwise aids and abets terrorism against the American people. Everyone is saying this. Brandon Gill responds, sign me up. Dude, people are changing the conversation. And this is Dearborn, Michigan. This is quite literally the place where this terrorist came from. 30 minutes away from the temple that got blown up.
Now you have all these Islam men yelling Allah Akbar. I have a question for you guys. If America were to get in a war with a country like Iraq, who would you guys defend, America or Iraq?
We won't get in a war. That's not permissible for us. But at the same time,
who would you defend first?
We would support our brothers in Iraq. That's the only way.
So you want to defend America?
Deport them! Get them out! Get them out! Deport them! Oh, we're separating families! Deport the whole family! Deport! What are we doing? They literally admit that they would fucking kill us in our backyards if we decided to kill us. What we're doing?
America. We would not defend America.
Well, you're America.
But at the same time, listen, at the same time, America is our country because we were...
It's our country. Anyway, we would ally with the Islamic terrorists to try to kill Americans. They say it openly.
Born here, but in our...
We're here because we were born here, so we're American. We're as American as you and me. We're all equally American. Also, I would ally with Iraq to kill you. Good shit. It seems like the naturalization process is really working. It's really nice to see people integrating into American society so well.
We're not allowed.
Then this guy could vote.
Fight with people that are against our religion, so we can take up the jail time.
I'm sure you would. Anyway, so, now, Aspen Gold covered this, and his coverage is pretty good. I say. Because I don't think he actually understands it. Alright, I don't want to be controversial here. I really like Aspen Gold's coverage normally. This is like the, in my opinion, just a normal, rational guy, covering shit. And he's normally first of all,
So this guy tried to drive a car into a and synagogue security killed the attacker. Damn, W Jews, huh? How about that?
W Jews! It's rare, but it happens. Crazy how many people have been psyoped into thinking that Israel is an enemy because they kill terrorists that want to kill us. It's honestly insane. But anywho, this is his coverage of the shooter, and I find it very interesting.
Like, in general, I think that a lot of the people that do these bombings and do these shootings, and this is true with gang shootings, it's true with you know, like, it's true in prisons, it's true everywhere. Like, the overwhelming majority are guys without, like, really any sort of, like, hope for the future. Like, that's really the reality. It doesn't matter whether you're in the Bloods, the Crips, the Muslim Brotherhood, or the Aryan Brotherhood. It's all the same people. It's the same demographic. It's young men with no sense of hope to the future and seemingly nothing to lose, right?
No. You are correct. When it comes to, like, white school shooters, totally, 100%. I'm with you, man. All right. Well, when it comes to a lot of instances of gang violence, sure, whatever. Specifically with Islam, you're wrong. And the reason why you're wrong is not, in my opinion, because you don't have a good understanding of human psychology. It's because you don't have a good understanding of Islam. And I don't say this as because I think your average person views it exactly the same way as been going on. Because we have been psyoped, in my opinion, through a multi-year, multi-generation psyop that all cultures are equal and all people are the same and all psychologies are identical because we're all humans and all humans are beautiful and awesome and lovely and therefore if we're all humans, we're all identical. Slightly different cultures, but that just affects our cuisine, okay? It doesn't actually affect our way of life and shit. And this has been one of the most dangerous psyops that's been played on us for a very long time. Because in Islam, from a very young age, the idea of martyrdom is actually literally groomed into you. You are groomed to be martyrs, not even exaggerating. Like, this is from Sneeko, okay? Sneeko is groomed as a 25-year-old adult. Right? Imagine what they can do to children.
But even as a reminder that this life is short. And so
This is him talking about Khomeini, terrorist, pedophile, mass murderer that was committed by United States and Israeli airstrikes. God bless the U.S. of A and our allies for fucking killing terrorists. Hell yeah, dude. This bro's in hell right now, by the way.
Khomeini, if he did die, if he died in attack, especially during the holy month of Ramadan.
They blew him up. They blew him up good. They painted the walls with Khomeini.
Inshallah, he gets the highest rank in Jannah, and he gets eternal paradise. He gets the highest rank, he gets martyrdom. That's the highest achievement we can get.
This is coming from a man who was groomed into Islam at the age of 25. All right? Imagine what happens if you're groomed into Islam as a child. Sneeko was not raised Muslim. He was not Muslim as a kid. All right? He was born and raised in the United States of America. Understand what we're dealing with. And this guy thinks that the terrorist, pedophile, mass killer, all right, killed tens of thousands of his own people, millions of people in the region, all right, whether it's Iraq or it's in Lebanon or it's in Syria or it's in Yemen, all right, he directly caused all these deaths, all right, understand that. He thinks this guy's going to heaven as a martyr because he was killed by the United States for threatening to kill us for 47 years.
But it's a reminder that this life is short.
Yeah, a reminder that this life is short. This guy, Sneeko, all right, groomed into Islam at 25 already considered terrorist pedophile. All right, imagine what happens if you're groomed into Islam as a child. Well, the reality is you don't really have to imagine. I'll show you. This is a guy in Gaza. You know, he survived what they're calling a genocide. I have a 7-month-old baby. I'm ready to strap an explosive up on him and send him to Tel Aviv. Yeah, and we're supposed to coexist with these people and bring them into our countries? Like, this is what a dad is saying about their child. I can't even imagine that, by the way. Like, this is alien to me. All right, so when I'm looking into the motivations of potential terror attacks, you have to understand that this is an alien mindset that you are not supposed to rationalize and understand and just be like, oh, he does it for notoriety, or oh, he just does it because he has nothing left to lose. Nothing left to lose. This child barely started living. A 7-month-old baby. He's planning on turning him into a martyr. Are you serious? All right, here's Iran. All right, the culture that we are currently trying to topple. All right, this Islamic regime. This is them holding up their babies as future martyrs. Not even exaggerating.
Martyrdom is a hugely important concept here in the Islamic Republic of Iran. We're currently at an event where hundreds of women hold their babies into the air to show that they're willing to offer their children as martyrs for God and for Imam Hussein. All of that goes back to the legendary battle of Karbala, where Imam Hussein held his baby into the air.
It's an entire religion based on this. All right, I'm not trying to be Islamophobic here or anything. I'm just trying to explain to you that, quite literally, this does not really mess with Western values so much. Now, there are a lot of Muslims that aren't really that religious. All right, they don't actually follow. They'll fast on Ramadan, but they don't actually follow this stuff. But the actual religious ones, they all believe this. In fact, the religion surrender after they were obliterated. Obviously they didn't surrender, because dying is the highest honor for these people. It's insane. That's why I'm always surprised when they call America terrorist, because, bro, that's literally the highest civilian honor in Islam. What are you doing? And again, I'm not saying that I'm justifying the murder of, like, children in a school or airstrikes on civilians or anything like that. It's obviously a tragedy. I'm not trying to say that. Obviously, these kids did nothing wrong. But, like, let's be honest with ourselves for just a second. What do you think they're going to grow into? Not justifying killing them, but I am very much justifying not bringing them into our countries. I just want to make that distinction very clear. So yeah, we're toppling a regime that's this, all right? Holding their babies into the airs as martyrs. These are not babies who have nothing to lose. That's not why they're doing this, all right? Like, dude, look at these people. Look how they pray. All right, this is a Palestinian man.
أنا بطلب من الله طلب واحد.
I ask Allah for one thing.
إذا ربنا أخذني وربنا أكرمني وارتقاني مع الشهداء.
If he chooses and honors me as a martyr.
ياخد معي حبيب قلبي. حبيب روح.
Let my son be a martyr and come with me. What the actual fuck is happening? This is retarded. This is not a normal culture. This is not Western values. These people cannot assimilate. And then I see people go, oh, we need to import 1 million refugees from Gaza. No, we fucking don't. Oh, no, it's only because they're getting bombed in the Middle East that they're doing this shit. No, that is not why. Oh, it's because they have nothing to lose. No, it's not because they have nothing to lose. It's because it's the brave thing to do. You realize we're up against a death cult here, all right? And this is not every Muslim. I'll repeat myself. It's not every Muslim. It is specifically the ones that actually follow the religion to the T. And I know this is the shit you're not allowed to say because you're not allowed to acknowledge that people are different and that some cultures are actually inferior. I've heard a big streamer got into trouble when he called a culture inferior. Well, he was right. Some cultures are fucking inferior. This isn't a controversial topic, all right? And to immediately debunk the argument, you can always say, when was American culture better? Every single leftist will say the culture was better when we don't have slaves. Well, that answers it all. That means that some cultures aren't. Well, this one, the one where they're martyring their babies, that shit's inferior. And quite literally, that shit can't really assimilate, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, dude, the Palestinian child's in Jenin. Alright, like, dog, what are we doing? Like, seriously, bro? Are we serious? Oh, it's just a baby. Yeah, the baby. Like, when you're raised this way, it actually does change you a little bit. Like, this is how Iran treats children. They don't actually have an issue. I'd go rape kids. Why wouldn't they do this?
What you're seeing here is a bunch of school children, ages between 8 and 13, who have been lined up outside, handcuffed with bags over their heads because they were singing anti-regime slogans.
This is who we're up against in Iran.
This is the type of filth that we are dealing with the Islamic regime. I don't know if any of you watching this are fathers, but could you fucking imagine?
Well, the left doesn't care. The left actually doesn't care. It's a pedophile party, it seems. But the reality is that we're dealing with it. All right, like, dude, this is a story that's absolutely insane. Obviously, these images are AI, but super important to note how Iran actually fought during the Iraq War. In the Iraq War from 1980 to 1988, Iraq placed a lot of landmines. Well, how did Iran actually figure out where the landmines are? They took children, ages 6 to 10, that were too young to hold assault rifles, and they would have them walk over the desert through the minefield, and they would blow up. But they would clear the minefield. Human ways to clear minefields with their bare feet, but don't worry, their moms let them do it because the children were promised martyrdom. So the moms were totally cool with it. Like, it is shocking that we need to tolerate this, and we need to import this, and we need to acknowledge and make believe that actually all cultures are the same. We gotta stay very, very far away from some cultures. We gotta keep them somewhere else. We don't need to import them here. Like, what the fuck am I looking at over here? And you think these kids won't grow up to want to kill Jews? Like, are we even serious for like a half a second? Like, these guys, it literally says in the Quran, quote, Jews and Christians are the worst of creatures. Direct quote from the Quran. Look it up. It's a direct and utter quote. Like, why are we surprised, bro? Seriously?
So this is what we doing. We're praying at churches now. That's what we doing, Sheikh. Astaghfirullah. Look at the brothers lining up at the church. Sorry, the brothers. So where are we, man? We at the church? Y'all praying at the church? Y'all praying at the church? What are we doing here, man? Why have we gathered here?
Great question.
Oh, okay, mashallah. We're going to convert the church into a masjid.
They convert churches into mosques. Oh, that explains it.
Okay. Man, y'all was scaring me for a minute.
قد خطبة حبيبي قد فرد خطبة يلا إن الحمد لله ما شاء الله.
Beginner stages.
Beginning stages. This is how it starts. And there it is. Nope, this is not at all coming here to conquer us and destroy Western civilization. They are coming to assimilate and make, probably, our soul, the incredible stuff. Alright, this is from everyone's favorite political commentator, Secular Talk. Alright, the Iranians didn't raise kids at Epstein's Island and pick 18 million people off Medicaid. Yeah, because Iran is Epstein's Island.
If you just read the Quran, it is halal. It would be halal to have sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds. Chapter 65, verse 4. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us.
By the way, this is not someone who's criticizing Islam. This is Mohammed Murad. This is a pro-Islam advocate.
Who you can divorce and who you cannot divorce. And then he says, وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنِ. وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنِ. And the ones who had never been pubescent before.
That's right. Islam teaches you how to properly divorce prepubescent wives. What's the implication there, sir?
And by the way, this is very important, yeah? I want all Muslims to be aware of this. The reason why we don't have sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds is not because of puberty.
Oh.
Wait a minute, what did you say? It's not because of puberty, because that verse in the Quran actually says, Lam yahid. They never had to read before. You can't go around that. The Quran doesn't say anywhere in the Quran that the woman has to be pubescent. I dare you.
This is in England, by the way.
To find one verse in the Quran where it says you're not allowed to marry someone based on harm, or you're not allowed to have sexual intercourse based on harm, or you're not allowed to marry someone based on puberty.
Yeah. So, Epstein's Island. You're right. You're totally right, bro. Because Epstein did nothing wrong according to Islam. That's why they didn't have Epstein's Island. In case you were paying attention. Alright, so, yeah, in response...
Son of a bitch! Can't you just leave me dig in peace, you fat bastard?
Gang shootings, it's true with, it's true in prisons, it's true everywhere. Like, the overwhelming majority of guys without, really any sort of, hope for the future. That's really the reality. It doesn't matter whether you're in the Bloods, the Crips, the Muslim Brotherhood, or the Aryan Brotherhood. It's all the same people. It's the same demographic. It's young men with no sense of hope to the future. And
No, it's actually not. It's actually called jihad. It's a holy war. And these people will literally blow themselves up for their God. Alright?
God damn.
Realizing the fact that
Relentless.
No, we cannot use basic Western psychology based on our Western values and our basic understanding of humanity on a death cult that quite literally will blow themselves up if it means they can kill you and have the highest civilian honor. I'm not saying this to criticize Asmongold, I'm just saying this to raise awareness. This is raising awareness, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I consider myself something of an activist. And I'm really glad the conversation is actually moving away from illegal immigrants, which obviously all have to go. That's not even up for debate. That's super obvious. No matter how many retards will tell you that the GDP is higher because people invaded our country and are raping our women and shit, I actually don't give a fuck about what your mindset is. We have a country, we have borders, we need to go. The conversation has shifted to denaturalization. Alright, realize what we're doing here. Alright, we have been psyoped. And in my opinion, if not for people like Elon Musk buying Twitter that gave us a place to actually have conversations, no one would even be aware of this. Alright, so many people have to silence themselves online and silence themselves for discourse because either they cancel you or they just straight up ban you. The reality is we are allowed to talk about this now, and we must be aware of what's going on before the England thought police comes to arrest you. Remember, in England, the response to Islamic grooming gangs was arresting people criticizing Islamic grooming gangs. Well, this isn't England. This is the United States of America. We're gonna fucking talk about this shit. People don't realize the level of radicalization that is coming. I'm doing my best to raise awareness and radicalize a couple of you motherfuckers, but the reality is, this is only the beginning of the tidal wave. The reason why Western civilization is the greatest civilization in the history of the world is because Western civilization is based on biblical values and biblical principles. We are importing barbarians that do not share those values and those principles, and we're finding out the hard way. Now, we got to talk about the leftists that are bringing them in. So, this is Nate Friedman. Nate Friedman is a journalist who basically went to a pro-Iran rally. For some reason, this is a thing, and we're not deporting all these people. I don't know why. I'm told it's because of America and stuff, but the reality is that it's because we're weak and retarded, and we actually need to start deporting these people. So these guys literally went to a pro-Iranian regime rally. Say they're literally the enemy that we are in the middle of a war with, alright? But they went to defend those guys. So now, we have to figure out exactly what is going through their minds.
Can y'all just give us some space? If you just back up behind there, please.
Is he not allowed to stand in the middle of New York City? It's public property. Why is he not allowed to stand here? Well, because, again, you have to understand the obvious comedy here that we've already come to accept as people. Foreigners will come into our land and tell the natives that they're not allowed to be here. Like, just understand the hypocrisy and retarded framing that we need to just accept as normal.
Oh yeah, are you in media?
I am, yeah.
Oh yeah, so you can back up over there, see where all
Excuse me, what the fuck? This is public property.
the reporters are right now?
I do see them, yeah.
Yeah, so just like back up.
That's Nate Friedman, he's a right-winger. This piece of shit, Nate Friedman.
Yeah, so you can back
He's a
up.
fucking garbage.
And you're not allowed to be a right-winger in America.
He's the one that said they all paid protesters.
You can back
They
up.
are paid protesters.
Piece of
You back up. Why don't you back up? I don't understand. This is a Washington Square Park. Why can't I stand here? What gives you the right? You're worshiping a terrorist who's killed.
He's a piece of shit. He's a right-winger. He said they were all paid protesters.
Why don't you back
This
up?
motherfucker, he's a
Park for everyone.
This is a public park, and these guys are there celebrating a terrorist, and they have the right to kick people out of the public square. Like, understand, because we are so cussed as a society that we're afraid to be labeled as racist, we are literally getting conquered, bro. I mean, New York's already been colonized, but like, we are getting conquered in front of everyone's eyes, and no one's doing anything about it because we're too cussed to do anything about it.
Walk wherever I want.
Trump reshared his video. Elon Musk reshared him. He's a big right-winger. He's called Nate Friedman. I ran down on him. And he was talking shit about me on Saturday. He was like, she fucks up my lives. Yes, I do. I show my tits. Nate Friedman here. Nate Friedman, this piece of shit.
This is the level of deranged liberal woman that you have to deal with. She sees a right-winger and she immediately gets naked to ruin his live stream so he can't broadcast it on YouTube. Dude, that is incredible! Like, dog, the objectification of women has always been a leftist thing. This is insanity! Like, the fact that she just will admit that publicly! She gets naked for right-wingers to ruin their recording. This is fucking unhinged! Like, these are the people that are literally trying to conquer us and destroy our culture.
Get right up him. He's trash. Get out. Yeah, get the fuck out. We paid protesters. He just dropped the video. Don't touch her. Don't touch nobody. Don't touch nobody, nigga. Don't touch her either. Don't touch. You back up. You back up.
This is incredible, honestly. Like, this is such a perfect microcosm for what we're dealing with here, right? And quite literally, it's the left allying with Islam, who has zero overlapping values, but they'll ally up regardless because they both have the same goal: the destruction of Western civilization. That's their literal collective goal. So they're working together, two polar opposites, right? Here we have a person in like a hijab scarf, and here we have someone who literally gets naked to ruin live streams. Polar opposite ideologies, except they have the same enemy: God and Western civilization, which is based on biblical values that they want to destroy.
That's the next thing. Get the fuck out.
Can I say?
Why is the NYPD trying to escort this guy out? Why is Zoran Mamdani's police officers trying to remove this guy from the public square? He's not doing anything.
And here?
I'm gonna have everybody step out.
Why does she have the right to push me out of a public park?
This is insane. And the military and the police literally caved. They caved because, I mean, that's who pays their bills.
Get out, bitch.
There it is.
Welcome to New York City under Mamdani, ladies and gentlemen, where you can worship a terrorist.
I'm talking to him already. Yep, just come with me. I'm the boss.
Oh, dude, this is perfect. This video is cinema. This is insane.
Everyone's in control. You gotta try, talk to.
So what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good.
What's your plan for tonight?
My plan is I'm speaking to the people that are setting up this vigil for a terror.
For a literal terrorist who declared war on our country. These people need to get deported. They're literally allying with an enemy military. Like why? Why do we need to be tolerant to this? We don't. The answer is we don't. But for some reason, because of social voodoo, we need to be tolerant to this on our streets.
So you're just kind of just reporting in?
Yeah, I walked in there and I don't know how long she can do this bit for, honestly. I mean, she harasses every single right-wing journalist that she finds. I know that this falls under free speech, but she harasses us, she follows us.
She gets in your face.
She gets in your face. She's also been arrested for multiple right? You guys know her very well.
Everyone knows.
At some point, I think there needs to be accountability for someone like that, because it's disturbing the peace, right? Like I said, I understand it's a fine line, but
it's a fine line. We'll take care of it.
We just need to separate.
like what she's doing right now, right? At what point is this not harassment?
You also got to remember, too, this is a protest, a little bit different, right? People have different expectations at a protest.
It's a First Amendment.
It's a First Amendment thing. This is what happens, right? You know what I mean?
First Amendment makes total sense, but when I went into there, right, this is a public park. I get in there, some woman wrapped up with a keffiyeh comes up to me and says, I need to push back because I'm press. So all of a sudden, she's dictating what goes on. Where it should, in my opinion, it should be you gentlemen who says what's legal and what's not legal.
Conversation.
Right.
That's our job.
So is she allowed to put, forget about this woman, this is obviously a paid bit that she has. I don't care about her. I'm talking about the keffiyeh woman who's pushing me off to the side. Is she allowed to say, press has to be over there? Is she allowed to just push me away? Is that against the law?
Push you away?
No, she pushed me toward the side, and she said, you can't be
But I won't say
here.
what though. But if there's some sort of, conflict between you two, we're gonna separate the parties.
You have to separate. Yeah, you can't be together. Again, you have two different ideologies. You can't be together anyway.
Excuse me? What? My ideology is a problem because I'm pro-America instead of pro-terrorist? My ideology is an issue here? I need to be removed because my ideology of, I don't know, liking America? Are we serious?
Can I ask you a question? I'm a writer for Tablet magazine. I mean, I guess, like, you're infamous to them for some reason. Why is that? May I ask? I mean, this is kind of a stupid...
I would love to ask them that. Why don't you come with me and you can ask them?
Great.
Bro, I appreciate your stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Big time. Big time.
Thank you.
He's coming back, everybody! Look, he's coming back!
Before we step back into the vigil, you might have recognized the man on this guy's shirt. He's running the vigil, and on his shirt...
Oh, no way he has Sinwar on his shirt. Dude, we have to deport these people. We do not need to live in the same culture with this. Yahya Sinwar is the guy who started the October 7th terrorist attack. He is a designated terrorist by the United States of America. He's dead. Rotting in hell with Ayatollah Khomeini. They're spooning with Satan down there.
is Sinwar, the architect of October
Oh
7th.
my
The
God.
shirt writes, "Sometimes a story needs a flood," referring to the Al-Aqsa flood,
Which is what they call the October 7th terrorist attack. Like, it's insane. It's actually insane.
which is what Hamas call their October 7th operation. So who is this guy glorifying not just one terrorist leader, but two? Meet Shaki
Pros are go.
Darwish. When he's not praising terrorists, he's just a GW graduate in the Peace Studies program. Go figure. He has been right in the middle of campus chaos representing Students for Justice in Palestine at the New School. He participated in the GW debate team's International Peace Project in Bogota, Colombia. I'm not sure what was said, but I'm pretty sure he lost by default. Here he is speaking at a webinar where he praises the Syrian resistance against America and quoted groups like the PFLP condemning attacks on Syria as part of a Zionist entity and U.S. administration scheme. This is someone who celebrates mass murder and studies peace in college. This is why no one takes the UN seriously anymore, because these so-called peace activists are the ones causing the terror.
Look, he's coming back!
Your voice is gonna get, you're gonna lose your voice in a second.
Just walk away.
Actually, they said I could walk through here.
Not walking through.
The police, I get that you don't. I see you at every single protest.
You see this?
There's no law and order anymore.
Alright, well, let's see what the pro-Iran protesters are saying about this. Because obviously the pro-terrorists are They've dominated the entire square. Apparently they own New York now or something. I don't know who elected terrorists. Oh wait, never mind. But here's what the pro-Iran, actual Iranians are saying, right? Just don't listen to the terrorists. Let's see what the Iranians have to say about us doing this.
She has family in Iran still that she talks to every day.
All my friends, they are in Iran. I still can talk to them sometimes when they have internet. And none of these guys, none of them, they are Iranian. I'm Iranian. I know better than all of this. People.
Isn't it incredible that the actual Iranians are kept out of the public square, but the pro-terrorists are literally given free reign, where they kick out everyone that's like, I guess, pro-America? But like, just understand the framing that's happening here. We're taking it as normal because I guess the left owns being loud and obnoxious in public, but this is not normal. We do not need to accept this as normal. We need to destroy this.
In Iran, they're happy. They're fucking happy because 47 years they fight against this regime. We tried to protest to change this regime, but we couldn't because they killed more than 50,000 people just in 2 days, just in fucking 2 days. So right now, the only way that we get off this regime is this war. So please just shut the fuck up if you don't know about my country. Don't talk about my country. That's it.
The thing is, she was probably a leftist. She's probably a leftist. She probably voted for Mamdani. She's an immigrant. I'm not trying to frame her just statistically. But then your eyes open up and you realize what your party actually is. Your party is just pro-terrorist.
What do you think about what President Trump's strategy is? Do you approve of what he's doing?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Trump. Really, thank you. He was the only one that he was brave that he did that. We really appreciate that.
What do you say to these leftists who say that, we shouldn't be involved in any other conflicts?
I tried to talk to them very calm and explain what's happened to me and what's happened to all the Iranians in Iran. But they don't want to accept it because they have this ideology that they just should fight against Trump and Israel. But they don't open their eyes and see what's happening in Middle East. It's not just about Iranian. All the Muslim, all the Arab countries, they're suffering from Islamic Republic. Islamic Republic killed the Bashar Assad to kill more than 500,000 Syrians. Islamic Republic did that. In Yemen, they helped the Houthis to kill more than 350,000 people. In Hezbollah, all the Hezbollah is proxies of Islamic Republic. They ruined the Middle East. Yeah. Why Muslim people, they don't fight against this regime? They should be the first people to fight against them. I can't even believe.
America and they're terrorists. I know that you're not allowed to say these things, but maybe that's the case.
These guys, they never lived in the Middle East. They never had this experience to live in countries like that. They rape us. They rape the girls in the prison.
Again, it's like, she's just, everything I'm saying, it's like everything I'm saying just ends up being correct, it turns out. I know it's controversial, you're not allowed to say these things, but my stance is this, actually. This is my stance.
Could join the City Watch.
That's what I have to say.
Stop raping, sir.
Stop raping, sir. But that's not the leftist standpoint. The left is the pro-rape party, so they don't actually like this at all.
I can't even believe.
They can't believe what they're looking at. They thought that they were just nice, wholesome leftists. They were wholesome chungus. They were fighting for women's rights. They're like fighting for the rights of women. And then you wake up and you're like, wait a second, they're literally pro-Islamic terrorist rapists? Well, pick up and smell the coffee, motherfucker. You've been lied to, bitch.
How they let them to do this in fucking America?
Great question. Great question. Fantastic question.
I don't know. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's absolute insanity. Now, in fact, the Iranian people are so pro-America that the Iranian people in Iran are literally giving us intelligence. All right? Iranian citizens are sending videos to American and Israeli intelligence exposing the regime and the military officials are hiding. Well, they're underground right now. They are very underground. Exit just said this literally while I'm recording. And honestly, it's insane.
His leadership is in no better shape. Desperate and hiding, they've gone underground.
Yep.
Coward. That's what Rekt do. We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out a statement yesterday, a weak one, actually, but there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity. Iran has plenty of cameras and plenty of voice recorders. Why a written statement? I think you know why. His father dead. He's scared.
Hassan Parker is
In what way? There are so many.
Well, remember that Cuba trip that he went on in March? We talked about it.
Ah, yes, missionary Hassan.
Yeah, well, it turns out the American government have a little bit of a problem with that trip. They have some questions.
Oh.
So the New York Post says Hassan Parker looks shaken on stream as feds probe Cuba trip.
They didn't like the cookies.
The Treasury's Cuban assets control regulations place tight restrictions on dealing with Cuba, particularly regarding certain hotels and other businesses that have direct ties to the government.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so let me preface this video by saying I am but a mere Australian retard. I don't proclaim to be some legal expert on this. I'm just here for the lols, the lamals even. But it strikes me that Hassan Parker is a guy that might have pissed off the American government anyway. I mean, he's talked about offing senators, he's bigged up Hezbollah, he's even talked about how America deserved 9/11.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Let's talk about our favorite flags.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag?
Yeah.
Hezbollah.
So, you said America deserved 9/11.
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Did you mean that? No.
So it looks like the government finally has their thing.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Piss off the government of the country you live in.
Yeah, and Hassan is an anchor baby. He's a Turkish anchor baby, right?
Yes.
He's an anchor baby who fucking hates the country that's given him so much. Any opportunity to shit can America, he does it. If you're an enemy of America, you're Hassan's friend. Remember when he interviewed that fucking Yemen Houthi guy? Like the Houthi fucking terrorist guy? Yeah, that was a thing.
And what country is going to want to take him once he gets ousted?
Well, Turkey, obviously. Turkey would have to.
Turkey would want him?
They have to. So let's get a bit of a lowdown from Legal Mindset.
The Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, is probing into his participation in a March 2026 activist trip to Cuba. He was part of the Nuestra America convoy, which was deemed as a humanitarian aid convoy, but involved many activists, many of which, in fact, advocate for violating U.S. law.
We'll hear a little bit more from Legal Mindset a bit later. But America's got all sorts of fucking sanctions against Cuba, obviously, right? They really don't like you dealing with the Cuban government.
Fair enough. I mean, you don't want missiles on your doorstep.
So I tweeted this video yesterday saying he probably shouldn't have said that.
I want to go to Cuba. Would you be down?
I fucking love Cuba.
Oh yeah, you'd be down?
Yeah, I filmed
Okay,
a
I think I
documentary
got
there.
the Cuban government actually hit my contact from the embassy and told them that if the only thing stopping us from coming to Cuba was the consistent internet access, we can make it happen.
Yeah, Cuba is sick.
Wait,
Like the government reached out to you.
So, yeah, of course.
The government reached out to you. The Cuban government totally in my DMs.
Yeah, my insider contacts.
Wow. Now, to be fair, he goes on to say, look, it's all through a middleman. They've contacted my guy at the embassy. But it's not a good look just to casually mention on your podcast. Bruh, Cuba's sick, bruh. Bruh, I totally know, bruh. Bruh.
Put the fucking drink down.
So are you saying that the Cuban government, like, totally reached out to you, like, in the DMs? Bruh, yeah, totally. Totally, bro. We're tight. Me and the Cuban government totally fucking tight.
Slurp a bit closer to the mic, bro.
I have to edit that sound out of so many of our videos because you are constantly doing that.
Oh, come on. I never do it,
It
when
was
we're
a
speaking.
good evening
Give me my
until
drink
you
back.
came in. What's the matter? Can't find what
That
you're
was a
looking
useful
for?
So as the New York Post article said, Hassan appears to be shitting his pants.
Yes.
And we're going to have a look right now. Let's go!
What can I say? I mean, there's obviously an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. Things have materialized. It fucked my plans up. I still was able to do a little tub sesh, you know, get in the tub, get in the hot tub. Not great. The news is not great. Okay? I mean, it's
Be
bullshit.
careful out there. You wouldn't want to get hurt.
Still not great that, you know, they're after your boy. They're up my ass. I'm about to be
You got money this time, or you just here to piss me off?
America, I wouldn't even say creep towards fascism. America's galloping towards fascism.
Oh, it's the fascism, Barry.
Yeah, it's the fascism.
It's always the fascism. But he still got in a little tub sesh, bro.
He's still got in his tub sesh, that's
Deal's
right.
done. Now, leave.
I don't know. So let's keep in mind, this is a subpoena. He hasn't been charged, he hasn't been arrested. But the government's saying, hey, listen, that fucking little Cuba trip you went on, show us the receipts, you know,
Yeah.
show us the communications.
Yeah, they're up his ass. They're nibbling.
They're up his ass,
They're
that's
nibbling
right.
at the ring hole.
Now, if this does escalate, apparently there's two kinds of consequences. There's like civil stuff and there's criminal stuff, right? So here's Legal Mindset again, talking about the civil stuff.
On the civil side, the penalties can be up to $91,000 per violation. So the issue is here, if you go on one of these trips, let's say you're out there on a long trip and you're doing multiple things, especially if you're live streaming, once again being your own star witness, you might violate several of these provisions. So maybe you're bringing in or transacting with goods you're not supposed to bring in, you're not supposed to buy. Maybe you're staying at a hotel you're not supposed to stay at.
Oh, maybe you're staying at a hotel you're not supposed to stay at.
91,000 per violation. That's a lot of cookies. Hassan.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Imagine if they got him for 91,000 per cookie. Because remember, he was dangling cookies above like poor street kids in Cuba and making them dance.
Making them dance, yeah.
Yeah, what a fuckhead.
Dance for cookies.
So you'll never guess, actually you probably will guess, who Hassan blames for this whole thing.
Oh, okay, come on. Who is it?
Israel.
The Israel First Democrats. Thank you. You are giving ample. You're giving ample permission. You're giving ample permission to the fascists that want to take away not just my rights, but your rights as well. So, see you in the camps, I guess.
See you in the camps, I guess. So we're not quite at Israel yet, but he gets there.
A lot of this, by the way, does still have a lot to do with Israel. It's not just about Cuba, but it's also about Israel as well.
Oh, it's not just about Cuba, it's about Israel, obviously. It's like that thing we said the other day. When you're a hammer, everything's a nail. You know what I mean?
A Zionist nail.
And I saw that and I thought, okay, he's about to go on and explain exactly how this relates to Israel.
Yeah, there's receipts. There has to be receipts, right?
No, he doesn't.
But it's also about Israel as well. Why bother reading someone's comment if you're just going to immediately tell them that it doesn't matter? Wait, what? That's what you're upset about? Like right now? I can't even begin to explain to you how hard you must lock in, my friend. Please. Anyway.
He's over life at the moment.
I
He doesn't
know.
want to stream. He doesn't want to be sitting there reading it
I
super
know.
chats.
Uncle Jump jumps in. He says the government is apparently sending some bullshit subpoena to Hassan. They're tightening the noose on speech, okay?
Okay.
Remember, they'll always have an excuse or some technicality. It's not like they're going to tell you, we did this because we don't like what you're saying about Israel. Is Israel in the room with us right now, Chunk?
Unky Chunky to the rescue.
But I mean, how fucking deluded is that? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but how does this relate to Israel? Anyway, he goes on, but he gets sidetracked by a Fox News reporter. This is fucking hilarious.
They're trying to get everyone tied up. Like they're trying to get every like left activism network in this country. Like all matter of like activism, whether it be socialist, whether it be anti-capitalist, all this stuff. What is she said? Hashtag free Kaya. Hello, Hassan the Hun. Surrender your ego and accept one of these offers for a new home for Kaya. You curse her all the time. You're completely frustrated with Kaya. She isn't a potted plant. Let her live. Just stop. This is a Fox News reporter, dude.
So a Fox News reporter has come in and said, yeah, bro, also, you abuse your dog.
That will never die.
No, it won't.
She said free Kaya.
She said free Kaya, yeah. That derailed him. So like I said, he's shitting himself. He's trying to play fucking cool, right? But he is absolutely pooing his pants.
Is this helpful for you if I go to fucking prison? No. It's not.
Yeah, but it's fucking funny though, Hassan. It's really, 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 really funny. I mean, this guy does it to fucking everyone else. If you're a political opponent and you get just a little sniff of trouble, Hassan's saying, lock him up, throw away the key. You know what I mean? So when it happens to you, it's kind of like you get what you fucking deserve sort of thing. So here's a little bit more from legal mindset.
For willfully doing these things, for going out and saying, yep, I did it, who cares, so what, and bragging about it, which many of these influencers actually go out and do, you can have fines for up to $1 million on the corporate side for most individuals, about $250,000, $250K on the individual side. But you can also face imprisonment for up to 10 years. So there is actual real prison time that can be behind willful violations.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, one part of me goes, he's probably going to get off on this, you know, he's probably going to get a little fine sort of thing. But on the other hand, there's so many fucking clips out there of Hassan saying the most horrendous shit, as we know. So are they going to make an example of him? I don't know.
That's why he thinks it's the Jews. It is the Zionist Jews who are trying to take my money.
You got to do the...
That's getting more Jewish than German, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do Jewish, I'm trying to do German.
Oh, you're doing... Oh, right, fair enough.
It is the Zionist Jews who are trying to take my money. They're trying to find me for some bullshit. I don't know why German came in. I'm sorry.
So as legal mindset says, the penalties are much harsher if it's all willful. And as we know, Hassan put himself up at this fucking Grand Hotel, allegedly, which is very, very clearly on the prohibited accommodation list per the US government.
I was saying, tourism is the lifeline for the Cuban economy as it stands currently. The government has very limited resources, and the American government makes it illegal for Americans to stay wherever they want when they're in Cuba. They have to stay in what they've declared as 5-star hotels.
Remember that, Coach? I had to stay at the 5-star Cuban government communist hotel.
This shit Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but it turns out his Wi-Fi was actually good because he was streaming the fucking whole time. Well, yeah, it could have been Starlink. But yeah, either the government has pulled some communist strings or he's used Elon Musk's Starlink, which he doesn't want to admit to.
Thank you, Elon. I hate you.
Yeah, but remember people were taking footage of this hotel while he was staying there. It was like the only place with power in the whole of Havana. All the local people are just in squalor and darkness. These motherfuckers are all lit up in luxury.
That's called power.
That's right. And he's hanging around with Jeremy Corbyn. He's going to fucking kneecap concerts. You know, the whole city's without power and they're operating a PA and lights and shit, all the stage equipment for this kneecap concert. It's just insane. And then there was the cookie incident.
I love the cookie incident.
Well, it's actually real dickish.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of thing.
fucked up. It's fucked up, but because it's Hassan, it's funny.
I like that we have the footage of it.
I love that too. It's like dance, monkey, dance for a cookie.
I know, what a prick. Now, as a result of this, a lot of Hassan's political opponents are laughing at him. And Hassan does not like that.
The Nazis are celebrating. The conservatives are celebrating because they're like, oh, he's scared.
The thing is that I have zero sympathy for Hassan because he regularly and all the time misframes and intentionally misunderstands other people's positions in order to make them look bad. He does this constantly. So now the government might be doing it to you. So it's like, really, you've been doing this to everybody all the time. You constantly call anybody who disagrees with you Israel's strongest soldier or, you know, Israel lover or something like that. It's not even really true. So whenever you've made an entire, like basically an internet career out of mislabeling and misunderstanding things, then I'm not going to feel too bad about it, right? I mean, you shouldn't have done it. You know, it doesn't feel too good. So, yeah, what goes around comes around.
Suck my dick.
Now, to be fair, that was funny because of my comedic timing. I put that there because I'm a funny motherfucker, all right?
He's right, though. He's done this so much in the past that nobody fucking cares. He's the fuckhead who cried fascism.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, that's where Hassan's life is currently at. He's shitting his pants, and I find it really funny.
He's scratching his asshole. His asshole is definitely itching.
That's right. Visit Sugar Tits. She's got a channel.
Yes, I do.
Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Okay, so today we've got Froggen! As you can see pictured here, cosplaying as Grimace. So why is Froggen back on the radar? Well, I'll tell you why. The word on the street, a little birdie told me, this is all alleged, Froggen has purchased 5,786 Big Macs in the last year.
What? How could you possibly know this?
Well, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She could have purchased 3,511 Big Mac McValue meals.
Okay, but how do you know it's Big Mac McValue meals? Are they halal now?
Well, let me explain. So we have to rewind just a little bit. As we know, Froggen has a GoFundMe for a defense fund relating to Ethan Klein's Lex Luthor's lawsuit. So what's the lawsuit I'm talking about? Well, I've made a playlist, right? There's a playlist linked to this video. We've talked about this quite a bit.
There's law.
There's law, yeah. So it all started when Casey Tron, Denims, and Froggen reacted to Ethan Klein's video called The Content Nuke, which was a video about Hassan Parker.
Yes, and the term reacted is being very generously used.
Yeah, that's right. They basically said, let's take all Ethan's revenue and just watch it on our own streams to our audiences kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm going to take a 20-minute long piss, everyone. Just watch the stream.
I've been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think?
Yes, I do. So Casey Tron was the first one to fall. She did that ISIS hostage video where she had to apologise to Ethan Klein. Let's do that! So as we all know, Froggen, quite a horrible person.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope? I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. 6250. 9/11 baking stream with Raph and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake. And we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
Cool.
I think I've pointed this out before, but do you notice how it looks like her head is floating when she's wearing the black hijab?
Yeah.
It's like watching a Queen video. You know, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah, it is too, yeah. Anyway, let me elucidate you on the Big Macs and/or Big Mac McValue meals. Right after this, let's go! 1 in 3 of us aren't getting enough sleep. Under 6 hours a night puts you at a 48% higher risk of heart disease and roughly 33% higher Alzheimer's risk. While you sleep, your brain runs a cleaning cycle that clears out the plaque proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Miss deep sleep constantly, and that cleanup is neglected. Most sleep products don't fix this. They sedate you. High-dose melatonin gummies and sleeping pills keep you dependent without delivering real rest. Andrew Huberman has pointed to the same 3 supplements for years: magnesium, apigenin, and theanine.
There are much better things for sleep.
What do you choose for sleep?
Yeah, my favorite sleep cocktail based on really good, solid, peer-reviewed science is magnesium threonate. It's THREONATE, threonate. And something called apigenin, APIGENIN, which is basically a derivative of chamomile. Those 2 things work really well they essentially shut down the forebrain thinking, anticipating part of your brain, allow you to drift off and sleep really well.
Oh, I need that all day then. You shut that down.
Well, and then theanine is also the 3rd thing in the cocktail.
Black Forest Sleepy Cocoa has all 3, plus saffron, glycine, taurine, and a 0.5 milligram dose of melatonin. Most products hit you with 10 milligrams. Your body naturally makes 0.3 of a milligram, just enough to signal sleep without morning grogginess. Right now, Black Forest have their Memorial Day deal. 50% lockdown off store-wide. It ends Sunday, May 24th. Link in the description. Now, you and I noticed back in December, I think it was, that Frogan was crying poor on her live stream. Do you remember that?
Did you stop begging for rent? Okay, then pay my fucking rent then. You know my bad, no. Send me that shit. We were having fun. You're the one that fucking ruined everything.
What do you mean I ruined everything? I was joking. I didn't know you were in a, like, I didn't know you were gonna cry.
That looks very unconventional, those nails. I mean, she's trying to wipe the tears from her eye sockets with these gigantic prongs coming out like Wolverine style.
I know, I think we said at the time, how does she wipe her bum?
Yet her whole head is surrounded by fabric. Use the fucking fabric.
So getting back to the Big Macs and or Big Mac McValue meals.
Oh, you never explained this. Yeah, how do you know it's Big Mac?
Well, here's what we said at the time. This is us in December. Frogan's fundraiser is at $38,000, right? And the description reads, after nearly 2 years of targeted harassment, Ethan Klein has now escalated it into suing me for reacting to his video on Hassan and myself.
It wasn't just reacting though, was it, love?
Yeah, and it wasn't on you, it was on Hassan. This fundraiser is to cover any and all legal fees associated with his complaint, any counterclaims I may have against him, and any other bills and personal expenses lost from wages and damages.
Personal expenses.
Personal expenses.
I.e. my nails and rent.
My nails and rent, exactly. I mean, it's 6 months later. This lawsuit kicked off in like June or something like that. And she specifically says in this fundraiser that this money is to cover my legal expenses and personal expenses. All of a sudden, it's December and she's begging and crying on stream for money.
And one can conclude
that she spent all the fucking money.
She spent all the fucking money on nails.
And this is further backed up, right, by the fact that 2 months into this lawsuit, she had not responded. She had not responded to the initial complaint. And when she finally did get a lawyer,
all right, I got like
an
2 more game hours before Blood Boom. So I'm gonna take a little smoke break.
This whole drama kind of disappeared a bit.
Well, it's a lawsuit. Lawsuits take ages. So it's going to now that Ethan Klein has just filed for like default, so he automatically wins because she hasn't responded. So she's done this fundraiser. She's raised 38 grand. It's gotten to the end point of this lawsuit, and there's no fucking money. She hasn't spent it on lawyers. She's bought, what was it? 5,786 Big Macs, or 3,511 Big Mac McValue meals.
Fucking hell, Baring, how is the Big Macs related?
It's the word on the street. So Legal Mindset did a video about this. He's a lawyer. He's like a LawTube guy. He sort of came up in the Rekator days. He was like a Rekator associate kind of thing, but he was one that didn't get into like blow and swinging and shit like that. He's like a good one. And he's just put out a really funny video about this, and we're gonna have a look. So his video's called She Ate She Ate the Defense Fund.
See, I'm conflicted now because yes, that's obviously Grimace, but with all this Big Mac talk, one would assume
but the Hamburglar's not fact.
There was a lot of speculation about Frogan, thinking she might settle, much in the same way of Caseytron, while some were saying she was dedicated to fighting this to the end like Denims, that she was a true warrior. Now we have figured out exactly what's going to happen, and that is she is going to default on this case. And that's because today we have filed in the U.S. District Court, the Central District for California, we had filed a request for default judgment against defendant Morgan Kamal Majid. That is exactly Frogan in this case.
Morgan Kamal Majid?
Yeah, I don't know. So she just did not respond. She didn't respond at all, and it's to the point now where this woman's not saying a fuck. So can we just call this like Ethan wins? Can we just do that?
Win for the Duther!
Win for the Lex Duther! And this is after she's raised 38 grand, right? But the big sticking point is that in her fucking GoFundMe, she said this money's for my vigorous legal defense. Oh, and I might chuck in a few Big Mac McValue meals.
Nails and rent!
Yeah, or nails and rent. But let's face it, it's Big Mac McValue meals.
What is a motion for default judgment? That's a motion essentially saying, hey, they haven't responded, they've passed the deadlines, so now we're going to assume liability. So once this is accepted by the court and approved by the court, Liability is completely on Frogan. She gives up the fair use defense. She can no longer argue the law. All of that is out. The only thing left after this is damages. So you can argue over damages. So she would have a chance to speak up and say, no, the damages aren't that much, or let's argue over the damages. But essentially, the trial is over. It's done. She's lost after this point.
It's done. It's fucking done. So legal mindset, right? When he saw this GoFundMe, I can't say GoFundMe fast. I feel like I fuck it up like a retard. GoFundMe. It's like GoFundMe or something. GoFundMe. When he saw the GoFundMe, he had the same thought as us. Why the fuck does it say personal expenses in here? And what does personal expenses mean? We'll see that in a sec. But I found out about this whole default thing that Ethan has filed from a Kiwi Farms Twitter post. And you know how on the internet we all say fucking lol all the time. We all say lol or laughing my ass off, whatever the fuck. But every now and then you actually lol, like you actually fucking laugh out loud. I lolled, like I genuinely lolled at this response to this tweet.
You lolled, did you?
I lolled.
Did you lamau?
I was on the verge of lamauing. This guy here in the spotlight says, let's do the wins again. I hope he makes her convert to Judaism as part of the settlement. Oh, wow. I mean, let's face it, Frogan would have seen Casey Tron's ISIS hostage video and thought, there's no fucking way I'm doing that. I can't do that. And so she's like stuck her head in the sand. I don't know what she's thinking, how she's going to resolve this. But yeah, she's just gone silent and she spent all the money on, what was it? 3,511 McValue meals.
Shitload of McValue meals.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So here we have in the same motion filed saying plaintiff Penn Entertainment hereby requests the clerk enter default in this matter against defendant Morgan Kamal Majid, PKA Frogan, on the grounds that the defendant has failed to appear or otherwise respond to the complaint within the time prescribed by the federal rules of procedure. Now understand, this is not asking much. All that will be required is a very simple filing. She could have told her lawyer, hey, I'm on a budget. Hey, I don't want to spend that much money. Hey, try to keep this to, just a one page with a bare bones. Let's just give a basic complaint response so we don't default.
Yeah, so it didn't even have to cost that much. She could have just said to her lawyer, hey, listen, let's just give him something. Let's just do a one, like what's that going to cost? $250? I don't know, $500, something like that?
Yeah, and then I can spend the rest on nails and beer.
And Big Mac.
Big Mac. You know what I never understand? When people with like foreign sounding names use a more Western sounding name in the beginning, like what was it, Morgan Kamal Fajajad or something?
I don't know.
Like, why Morgan?
Well, that would be up to her parents.
I don't know, but why didn't they just go the full Buz Chalada?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. It's like John.
I think during this period of time, Frogan was looking at Casey Tron and her settlement, and she was thinking, hey, look, if I settle, I'm going to have to give all of my legal defense fund over to Ethan Klein. And instead of doing that, let me kick this down the can and use those funds for my Big Mac.
Oh, there we go. I told you the word on the street is Big Mac.
This is where Big Macs has come from.
This is where the Big Macs has come from.
So the Big Macs is a little bit more than speculation.
It's more than speculation. It's 5,786 Big Macs.
I bet you didn't even pay for the sauce.
Yeah. Or 3,511 Big Mac McValue meals.
How do we know it's Big Mac? Maybe she's in the chicken girl.
Oh, look, that's fair. I suppose we could swap it. I mean, it could be quarter pounders. It could be McChicken.
Filet-O-fish.
Yeah, Filet-O-fish are gay.
Who the fuck orders Filet-O-fish?
No one does.
McDonald's?
No one.
Why is it still on the menu?
I think it's a money laundering scheme. They put through like a bunch of Filet-O-fish sales, and it's just to like launder the fucking spare change they get in the fucking the donation thing.
I don't even think it's fish.
You know what? To be fair, it probably is quarter pounders because they've got less salad on them.
Ah, higher fat content.
She probably orders a quarter pounder with no onions. You know how they've got those little tiny onions?
Yeah, the tiny onions.
Yeah, she's like, fuck that.
No onions and no gherkins.
Yeah, I'll have a quarter pounder with extra meat and cheese. Make it a half pounder with extra cheese and no onions.
Wait, isn't there such thing as a pounder?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Nobody wants to pound it.
Whoa!
Whoa!
The giant mountain of Big Macs that we can all see Frogan chowing down on. Let's use that for the Big Mac fund. over this period of time, and as I whittle this down, we'll eventually just not ignore it, whatever else. And hey, maybe this will go away.
I think this is conclusive. I think this has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. I think this has got more legs, this case, this case we're judging in the court of public opinion, than Ethan Klein's case. Lex Luthor's case! I think what needs to happen is someone needs to do like a freedom of information thing with her local McDonald's. Like, produce the receipts. Her audience needs to know where this money's gone.
Yeah, release the credit card statement.
Yeah, were they bought in the form of McValue meals or single burgers?
Release the Venmo receipts.
Yeah.
You got my Venmo? Send me that shit.
Yeah, so here's Legal Mindset talking about how he was a bit fishy, a bit filet-o-fishy about this whole fucking thing as well. He was the same as us. He saw the GoFundMe. I can't say that fast. He saw the GoFundMe. He saw the fundraiser.
Yes.
And he said, why does it say personal expenses here? And moreover, why does it say personal expenses? And then all of a sudden in December, you've got no fucking money. You can't pay your rent. You're crying on stream.
Because it's all gone to the personal expenses.
The Big Macs and or Big Mac McValue meals.
I called this out last year, and I am proven absolutely right yet again that she tucked some weasel words in here so she didn't get hit with scamming or fraud allegations. So if we turn back to the actual language that she tucked into that Give Sin Go Legal Defense Fund, you can see it says here, this fundraiser is to cover any and all legal fees associated with his complaint, talking about Ethan Klein. Any counterclaims I may have against him, well, she can't file any counterclaims if she defaults. That's totally gone. So that's some BS to begin with. And then saying any other bills and personal expenses.
Where's the fucking money, Frogan?
Yeah.
Produce the Big Mac receipts.
Yeah, and it was very specific. She didn't say any and or bills or expenses in relation to this case.
No, it was any personal expenses relating to my fast food habits.
Anything I want.
Okay, editing bearing here. We recorded this video yesterday and it's now today. It's now today, if that makes sense. Sugar Tits isn't even here.
That's right, but can I just say how sexy Bearing is?
Sure, darling.
Thanks so much, I really appreciate it.
Anyway, today, apparently the clerk at the court stamped the default thing. So it's like official. It's done. It's filed away. She fucking lost. And Frogan is apparently on stream. I haven't checked out the full thing. I've just seen this on Twitter. But she's on stream and someone asks her, are the rumors true? Did you lose the lawsuit?
I didn't lose the lawsuit.
Okay. Whoa! This is gonna get fucking interesting. I mean, where does it go from here? I've mentioned before. Surely it goes to some sort of like collections, enforcement, something. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I can't wait to see Legal Mindset's take on this. By the way, visit Legal Mindset. I've left a link in the description. Anyway, here's the end of our original video. So that's where the Frogan situation is at the moment. I found that really, really funny. I can't wait for the hostage video.
Yes, yes.
Convert to Judaism, Frogan. Visit Sugar Tits. She has a channel.
Yes, I do.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Hassan has been busy lately as he's been accused of shocking his dog because she stood up.
It's the same reason as to why America.
Trader
Kaya,
Rekt
please
now
just
closed.
fucking go.
Get off my He's taking his frustrations with his internet provider out on her.
I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything so much.
Including the dog, apparently. And he does the classic Hassan where he calls everyone else stupid for not believing his lies. First he says he doesn't even have a shock collar.
Like, if he said she get shocked, or is that fake? There's no way for her to be shocked.
That is fake.
Even though you can see him holding the remote, see the remote in frame, and then he shoves it off screen. And if you call him out on his BS, it's because you're part of the Nazi pro-Israel propaganda that's out to get him.
And how she's getting fucking blasted or whatever on a regular basis by some neo-Nazis who are speculating on the internet. What the f do you want me to say? What do you mean discredit Charlie?
He doesn't just do this over the dog. It's every time someone doesn't agree with everything he has to say. Black viewers want to vote for a different mayor in New York? Well, they're idiots. Hassan knows best.
A sense of pride around, like, objectively voting for the shittiest fucking candidate possible for the black voting bloc. I don't understand. You don't get it, sweetie. You're not black. You don't understand. We love voting for fucking popular candidates. That's exactly the fucking win you want. Jesus Christ. Sweetie, you don't understand black people. Shut the fuck up. Black folks, you really don't want to talk about us unless it comes from voting. When is the last time you spoke about Sudan? I'm gonna ether you. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this chat? Stupid, moronic, rad-lib nonsense. Suck my fucking dick. Fuck you.
Even when Hassan doxes Dylan Burns by watching a bad empanada video on stream, Hassan says it's a made-up lie, even though we can all see him doing it. It's on stream. It's recorded.
Do you think I know who the Dylan Burns is?
Yes, you said Dylan's name as you doxed him.
Yeah. Dylan Burns, Hunter Avalon, Hutch, Destiny's Own Personal Chef. People just like now they've decided to just like make new and unique and creative things up. Is that
information is posted like this, it makes it easier for hackers to find your data. I know because it happened to me. Here's a redacted report of all the information that's likely out there on birthdays, addresses, full names, phone numbers, emails, relatives, neighbors, photos, social media accounts, potentially your job. Don't be a sitting duck like me and my family were. Download Aura, the sponsor of today's video. I pay for this service out of my own pocket because it stops these scumbag data brokers from making billions by selling people's personal data. Aura is a service that takes care of the hard part. It constantly searches for your data and automatically submits takedown requests to these sites. There's a lot of companies that offer similar services, but Aura has the most features at the best price. It's your own personal internet bodyguard. If your information is leaked to the dark web, Aura alerts you. If there's fraud attempts on your bank account, Aura alerts you. Not to mention it's a VPN, antivirus, password manager. Hell, it even reduces the amount of spam calls and spam emails you'll receive. Yes, these spammers use data brokers to get your phone number. And if anything happens, Aura includes $5 million in identity theft insurance. They have thought of everything. I cannot recommend Aura enough. If I used it from day one, it would have saved me a lot of time. Aura.com/WillyMac and use code WillyMac to start your 14-day free trial. That's enough time for Aura to start scrubbing your personal information off of these sites. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. What makes this drama so interesting to me is over the course of 7 days, you can see just how manipulative and sleazy Hassan is. It centers around Hassan's dog and whether or not he reached for a shot collar.
America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Now, from this clip alone, it's actually impossible to tell if Hassan shocked the dog, but let's break down why he's even mad in the first place. Hassan was having internet trouble for 15 minutes, and it was causing him to short circuit, and how bad America is because of it.
Can you guys see me? Well, predictably, because I'm in the United States of America, the most dog shit country on the fucking planet, the absolute worst country on the planet, straight up, bar none, a capitalist shithole. Kaya, now is not the opportunity for you to down.
Yeah, Kaya, don't walk around. Bad time to stand. You have to ask permission for that. All the dog did was stand up. You could see that the ranting is stressing the dog out.
The absolute worst place on the planet. Just a horrific, monstrous, awful, dog shit country that I fucking despise. The absolute fucking worst country that has the most wealth throughout history, throughout time, the wealthiest nation on the planet, and we don't have a fraction of the dedicated broadband speed that you can get in a fucking village on the countryside of France.
Reminder that this guy was only inconvenienced for 15 minutes. That he's going to unironically at like the internet issues he's having in his Hollywood mansion represent the hardships Americans face every day.
Something that is just so routine, so silly,
such a first world problem, but it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. It's the same reason as to why.
God damn.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Standing up, Dad. Check out. Maybe because he shocked her.
You're being such a baby.
A viewer points out that he's stressing out the dog, and he responds, no, see, you don't understand. My mom spoils her by letting her walk around the house.
It's just, you're making her stress. She just literally is so incredible. No, she doesn't want to come over here to roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone, and she needs to literally have the same structured, regimented.
The regimented structure of laying in that same spot for 6 hours straight. I'm not sure her dog doesn't bother me. It's why you make me use it. Taking out his stress on the dog as if it just existed. Why don't you let her roam? She doesn't have ADHD. Let her roam. Why does she need to lay on that tiny square? Kaya needs a friend. Hassan's response.
I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything so much. Fucking die, dude. Yes, I'm incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet.
Hassan throughout the stream reiterates that he didn't shock Kaya and that it's not even possible for him to shock Kaya.
If you said she get shocked, or is that fake? There's no way for her to be shocked. That is fake. It does look fishy. I don't think you can run away from that one. There is no running away. What the fuck do you want me to? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? Be at the fucking mercy of the most schizophrenic people of all time?
Now the best way for Hassan to defend himself would just be to show the collar. Prove to people that he can't shock her. But instead he just talks about how he lets her outside.
Holy shit!
Claiming that I'm abusing my dog when this dog literally lives
dude's flying out of nowhere.
Every single person. 2 hours of
scaring the crap out of me.
Extreme cardio in the morning. Hanging out with her best friends.
But no touching the floor. If she screams, he won't check out. No roaming out. God forbid this dog wants to look out a window. But Dobby has to watch Master crash out.
Suck my dick.
And the next day, Hassan would double down, saying he doesn't even have a shock collar.
Does not have a shock collar on her. Doesn't matter though. It's not going to stop you from thinking that regardless.
Hassan's Reddit is running defense for Hassan, saying it's not a shock collar. It's just an AirTag collar.
I do not have a shock collar for Kaya, as I said yesterday, but it doesn't matter. People don't give a shit. And all of the other clips that people have been showing are either the AirTag or the vibration collar.
And when asked why the dog isn't allowed to walk around the house, Hassan responds, well, if she lays on the floor, that's bad for her joints.
Why don't you let her roam around the house? I'm not a hate watcher, just curious. Okay, so let me address a couple things really quickly. First and foremost, I have done this. I have addressed this a million times. Obviously, she gets out. She has an incredibly active morning. And not only that, but she also has an incredibly active afternoon.
Nobody cares. He's not directly answering the question of why can't the dog walk around the house. After 10 minutes, he finally gets to it.
Clips don't show her trying to lay on the hardwood floor. She just steps off her pad. Please explain. No, that's what I'm saying. That's she steps off the pad to go lay on the hardwood floor. That's why I give her the place to.
How do you know that? She was just standing. 30 minutes passed and Hassan is saying anything to get people off his back, no matter how contradictory it is.
Because if you are for an extended period of time, you already know this. You already know that Kaya gets to run the show, do whatever the fuck she wants.
Anything she wants, as long as she's laying on that spot. His viewers finally pressure him to show him the collar, and the way he handles it is like a magician doing a card trick.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it.
The collar he shows the ET300 shock collar. It runs and takes up along with the model. The charging port is only there on the shock collar. It isn't there in the vibration vibration-only version. There's a ton of little details that show it matches up exactly with the shock collar. When you show the pictures side by side, the side clearly has the model that shocks. There's even a frame where you can see the remote is in his hand, and it's the Boss Electric shock collar remote, identifiable by the big button on the side. But if you're choosing to be overly charitable here, well, we can't see the antenna, so maybe it is a different remote. But you can go back to last year's Christmas stream and see that it's sitting on the table. Hassan didn't realize it would be on stream when he switched to the wide camera angle of his room. The girls are setting up the tree and carrying in decorations, while Hassan sits there stuffing his face with cookies. Brother, it's your stream. Feel free to lend a hand. Anyway, he notices the remote is in frame, looks away, makes eye contact with it again, and then smoothly slides it and pushing it out of view. See, he was just reaching for a cookie. Now Hassan's orbiting keep coping, saying the tape on the collar was actually photoshopped.
I saw someone who provided info of the collar when he showed it. He took out the contact points and put electrical tape over it. I watched the same clip. There's no tape. And you can't take those points out.
But people have taken the prongs out of this collar.
And at the end of the day, it's not a shock collar. And the coat is so hard with a lot of people on this. You cannot remove the prongs.
This lady even defends herself by checking him on her dog after he yelled.
Did you know, in most basic training guides, they say if your animal yelps like this, you are not supposed to pay attention to it. Yeah, you're not supposed to tend to the animal because then it associates that shock or that pain with the validation of human attention.
I knew Hassan was screwed when Denims went to defend him. She's on the wrong side of every topic.
Is the proof that it was Photoshop? Yeah, I was looking at this. Someone pulled up and said the tape doesn't exist. You've not looked at the video. If you had, you would have spotted the immediately that no such tape exists. Clean image, doctored image, followed by different angles under the same exposure settings as the original doctored image, standard and zoom. It makes no sense for people to be believing this when the image itself is actually fucking doctored.
How would she know if the image is doctored? Is Denims proficient at Photoshop? Does Denims even know how to use Photoshop? Is she a digital forensics expert? Guys, you don't have to Photoshop anything. If you just look at the uncompressed VOD on Twitch, you can clearly see the tape. It's only hard to see on YouTube and Twitter because the video gets compressed twice over. Or you know, you can just trust Hassan's podcast co-host, QTC, who was on stream talking about how she went to Hassan's house, looked at the collar and confirmed it was a taped up shock collar.
I looked at the collar is taped off, the electric prongs are taken out of it. There's a setting for vibrating and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact.
So there's only since the prongs are in it, they'll only vibrate.
When Sasha would be sent this clip, she'd suddenly act like she was no longer interested in the story.
It might be the website.
Electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this.
And this is why I say this is the most self-destructive drama of the year, because people have no way of knowing who actually owns that dog. If you just took
God damn it!
Or said, yeah, she wears a shock collar, but I didn't use it there, this would be a dead story. On this collar, people rightfully think he's lying about not shocking her. Jones made a video on him, even Ludwig, who defends his sound constantly, and has admittedly taken down videos criticizing his sound. Hassan fans got mad at him.
Was, hey, I don't want to deal with the brigading from Hassan fans. I'm here to do this for a paycheck. So let me delete it.
Even he's saying Hassan is lying.
Do I think Hassan shocks his dog? I have no fucking clue. I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think he 100% had a shock collar. Based on what's on my For You page, that 100% is a shock collar. As a I feel like that shit is 100% a shock collar.
And what does Hassan's audience do in response? Blame it on Ethan, blame it on Destiny, blame it on capitalism. But Hassan kicks it up a level. He posted an Instagram story saying she has no idea she's the most famous dog on the internet for the past 2 days because of a coordinated far-right pro-Israel slander campaign. This guy thinks his life is so exciting. Every time he's called out on a lie, he thinks it's a political operation that's out to get him. Hassan is after Hassan. They're the ones who shut down his internet. They made him shock his dog.
Aya, please just fucking go.
His fans also run with this narrative. This is 100% Charlie giving chum to the Sharks after speaking out against the IDF. Hassan's trying to take cheap shots at Charlie, but Charlie isn't very controversial, so all Hassan can come up with is Charlie's afraid to fly on planes.
And did you see Charlie's video on you? Seemed kind of bad faith. I don't care. I have not. Charlie, Moist Critical, is afraid of getting on a fucking plane.
He lashes out in the dumbest ways.
Don't straw man, please. Well, there's just no straw man. It's not a straw man at all. It's just like people people don't want to let it go. They're just like, they're gonna come up with different things to continue the conversation.
It literally happened 2 days earlier, and you've been caught lying nonstop. He never addresses the lies he gets caught in. Instead, he just keeps repeating that he lets his dog outside. He actually lets his dog out more than any other dog. No dog goes outside more than Kaya.
The love of my life, Kaya Piker gets 2 hours of outdoors socialization and fun time every morning at the duck. And then, walk around, she gets to roam once again for another hour. She gets more outside time than virtually every single dog.
Oh, I moved right into that.
Person.
Wow, every single other dog. Guys, you don't understand. Hassan is actually the greatest dog owner. You're all really showing us how Islamophobic.
I think, I mean, there is definitely an Islamophobic tint that I've noticed where people are like, of course he does that. He's Muslim. Muslims don't care about their dogs. And it's like, listen, Becky, I fucking care about my dog a lot better than you do, dumb fuck. You let your little cockatoo fucking shit and piss everywhere and also jump on people and bite them. Maltese, poodle, whatever kind of fucking bird-like dog you have that you didn't even fucking train. And you're over here talking shit.
Yeah, you should train it like Hassan. Hassan really knows how to keep a dog in its place for hours and hours on end, stream after stream.
What was so fucking annoying, because seeing motherfuckers who literally don't know anything about training dogs chirping and being like, I don't understand. It seems like he wants to fucking keep the dog as a prop. It's like, no, dumb I don't. She roams around the house all fucking time.
But you literally said your mom was cornering her when you were by letting her walk around the house. This doesn't make sense.
There was people doing time lapses of the stream because they were like, Kaya is never allowed to leave or whatever during the entire stream. And it's like, that's not what there are plenty of, there's like she's gone. You know what I mean?
So I went back to watch the stream. It was on October 6th, the day before he zapped Kaya. If you watch that stream, Kaya is sitting in that same spot until he gets annoyed with her for no reason. It seems like he's always annoyed with this dog.
I'm gonna actually let Kaya out because I can't fucking stand her being in the background and like and wanting attention as well. Okay. Okay. Up. Get out of here. Go. Get out of here. Go. Oh my god, she's so... Oh my god, I'm so annoyed with everything.
Again, I don't even know what she did. He's always annoyed at the dog. The fact that that is the clip he's referring to defend himself does not instill confidence. Someone starts saying Charlie is silent on pedophilia. I don't even know what he's referring to.
I wouldn't even read in the direction of the noise if I were to be honest. I mean, he put his fucking flag on the... He put his stake on this, okay? He was like, oh, enough people shit on him. It's good enough. It's like obviously not a it's obviously, no matter how fucking made up a narrative it is, if the clip looks bad enough, then he will go with. Weird how quiet he was about literal pedophilia in certain communities. I mean, it took him 2 years to fucking come out and be like, yeah, the genocide is happening and it's really fucking bad, actually.
Hassan would normally deflect you. Charlie needs to talk about the genocide, but Charlie already did that. So now Charlie needs to talk about Destiny and criticize Hassan.
This is quite personal. It's like telling a parent is abusive towards the kid. No wonder you'd be pissed. I know. I'm doing it in the best possible way that anyone could do it. And not only that, but you're also inventing an alternative reality where I'm like electrocuting my dog or some shit. Psycho.
Then why didn't you defend Ethan Moore over the false CPS calls? Why did you collab with iDubbbz on the content cop who supported him? Why do you constantly platform Bad Empanada, who's been encouraging the false CPS calls? Hassan has zero self-awareness. Another week passes and he continues to rewrite history. He now claims that the collar he showed on stream wasn't even the same collar Kyle was wearing.
But the third group of people are the ones who are like, look at this clip, look at that clip, look at this clip. Like, it's obvious he's moving his arms around. Like, he's fucking constantly in a state of zapping. And they've moved away from the initial conversation, which was that, like, she didn't even have that collar on. And the reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances.
Why would you show a collar that wasn't on the dog? He lies like this, but you literally said it was the same collar people saw.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the This is the one that they saw.
So he's now saying that for some reason he showed this entirely different collar and lied about it being a vibration-only collar. If you get caught in a lie, just lie more. That's Hassan's policy. He's now on stream talking about how shock collars are actually great for dog training, which is why he say that if you don't use them like
I've said this already. E-collars that have shocking components that feel like a TENS machine, which I've used on myself in the past, because, you know, I'm around dogs that have been trained with that and use it.
Yes, your dog. But Hassan doesn't just do this when it comes to his dog. He does this with everything. I practically farmed 2 years of content documenting his lies. Bad Empanada, one of the most notorious doxers on the internet. He's recently doxed every creator sponsored by Progressive Victory. Hassan watches the video, then pulls up a Bad Empanada tweet showing the street that Dylan lives on.
Yeah. Dylan Burns, Hunter Avalon, Hutch, Destiny's own personal chef. Like, this is what happened.
It's undisputed, impossible to argue the fact that happened.
Someone just said I doxed. I streamed the address of Dylan Burns. Just said you streamed his addy. Is that true? Why the would that be true? Do you think I know who the Dylan Burns is? Yeah. Dylan Burns.
Why are you lying about it? Hassan is an entire history with Dylan. When Hassan was on stream defending how Russia was in the right to take Crimea from Ukraine, Dylan went to Ukraine and asked Ukrainians to make respect about it.
Russia annexing its own territory, that its own territory full of its own people, is not the same as NATO being like, we're going to turn your country into a base and rockets into your country.
Most offensive thing. And it's its own territory. Excuse me, what is Ukraine even? So this is the imperialist talk for supposedly anti-imperialist.
Hassan's response wasn't to talk to Dylan or to better explain his position. It was to lie and say that everything Dylan watched was out of context and call Dylan a war
Holy fuck!
Actual journalism.
Chad, has he responded to the Dylan Burns post, by the way, before getting clapped? If you think that I would entertain such a psychotic thing ever in my life, I don't know what to tell you. So insane to do a Jubilee video on this, okay? Like, I don't know what to say. It basically betrays the position that you I genuinely care about this. That's why I went out there, not because I'm like a fucking war tourist pervert, but I went out there because I care about these people. So what am I doing? I'm like fucking using this as an opportunity to be like, yeah, look at how bad this guy is. Like, what the fuck?
Nothing is out of context. He's just lying. Just like when he claims he doesn't know who Dylan is.
Do you think I know who the Dylan Burns is? Or what he does, let alone find his address and then stream it?
It's filmed. It's on camera. But Hassan just acts stupid.
Are we just are people just like now they've decided to just like make new and unique and creative things up? Is that what's going on?
So Dylan expressed frustration about his address being shown.
He streamed my 9-digit zip code. Now, does a 9-digit zip code differ that much from a full address? A little bit, because that's what a 9-digit zip code shows people. They show the street you live on. So what Hassan essentially showed his people in that FEC filing that he showed on his stream was not my home address so somebody could enter it into a map and go there. They just showed the street that they could go to where my home would be on. So it's not that different. On top of it is that the video that Hassan was watching during the stream was also giving people a step-by-step guide on how to get more information, how to go look at the files themselves. And in the files themselves, you see my full address.
And you know what? Maybe Hassan didn't notice that he showed a 9-digit zip code. He acts like the outrage around it is entirely fake.
Claiming that I was actually doxing people. Looking at FEC filings, myself included, because I have looked at my own FEC filings as well on this broadcast, is not doxing. Ironically enough, these guys aren't even mad at Bad Empanada for making the video, but more so mad at me.
Dude, we all hate Bad Empanada because he doxes everyone. And for some reason, you turn a blind eye to him. You excuse it as him just trying to different tactics.
Think about how little time I spend like shitting on Bad Empanada or whatever, because like I think he's coming from. Like, we have different methods, we have different tactics, we have different techniques.
Hassan has since fallen out with Bad Empanada, but it's only happened because Hassan likes a politician that served in the U.S. military. I'm not even joking.
This one is such a doozy that none of you have any excuse to ever even think slightly about supporting this person. Now, I would hope that, you're against American imperialism, you're against the rape and murder of people in the third world by disgusting Western troops, American, Israeli, European, wherever they may be from. When the first line in their own biography that they wrote to introduce themselves is not like end imperialism, free X, or like, you know, fight the power or fight capitalism or whatever. It's combat veteran, Marines plus Army. If I see fucking Hassan Piker telling you to support this guy, inviting this guy on for a nice little puff piece interview, when the way they introduce themselves to you is, yep, I killed those brown babies, I don't even know what will happen. I don't even know. I'm watching you, Hassan. Be very careful about how you talk about this guy.
Imagine taking directions from this nomad. This guy is such a loser, but he didn't do this stupid video, and that was enough for Hassan to cut ties with him.
I think we're banning all mentions of Bad Empanada going forward, by the way. We're banning mods, we should ban all mentions of Bad Empanada, and we should purge the community of all the Bad Empanada enjoyers. No, it's done. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care. Go watch him then, okay? He has sound critique and sound analysis. Go watch him, please. Why? Because his fucking loyalists are so unnecessary.
It's like, damn, you're annoying. Imagine your wedding getting done. Imagine playing CPS call. Imagine your street address being shown.
It's really annoying. Not even because it's like, oh, he's saying something truthful. It's actually undermining, you know, my liberal perspective or anything. It's annoying because it reminds me of how much of a fucking failure I am and how much of a fucking failure he is, because it shows me that people only listen to whatever figure that they have parasocially invested themselves into, rather than, you know, going on their own journey of learning.
You're just having an existential crisis.
It's just another version of what I just meant about with respect to, like, people who love molesting. Obviously, with Bad Empanada, we are aligned on the ultimate goals, I think.
What is the ultimate goal? They want Hassan to demand retribution for this guy being a military veteran?
Like, as long as it doesn't make him entirely wrong, man. There needs to be some kind of reckoning with the fact that someone is actually okay? There we go.
What are you sighing about? This is your audience. This is the monster that you've created. Another time, Hassan is watching a clip of himself being asked about how he inspires his audience, but he's pausing it to crash out.
How do you try to inspire your audience to step towards a brighter future?
These are statements and this is indefensible. Dude. Please shut the fuck up about Grand Platinum right now, okay? We're done with the Grand Platinum shit. You can be as annoying as you want to when we get to it, okay? Please, please shut the fuck up about Grand Platinum. I want to fucking Brian kill me. I want to Brian kill me. I can't stand any of you. I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate.
Goddamn bird! Jesus Christ! Get out of my fucking face!
I hate socialism. I hate every single fucking person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. You did it. You did it. You have unlocked the fucking nihilism within me, okay? I am Black Pill. Nothing will ever get better. We are never gonna make it out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues. Oh, God. Right when the reporter is asking you about optimism, I want to just shut it off, dude. I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away. If I wasn't so goddamn stubborn, I would have a long time ago. Oh my lord, dude.
This anger from Hassan's community is coming from the fact that he supports a politician that they don't like. But he shouldn't be surprised because he does that to his audience whenever they support a politician he doesn't like.
Like it or not, black people care about the border. Man, shut the fuck up.
black people care about the border. I don't give a what black people care about or what you think black people care about, okay? Amy, why so angry? Because the white nativist immigration border bill is unimaginably fucking right-wing. And dumb motherfuckers in the chat are like, black people are unimaginably right-wing on the fucking border issues, as though they don't recognize that that's white nativist anyway, and that will inevitably harm black people as well. And by the way, it currently does harm black people as well. There are black fucking undocumented migrants that are crossing the border.
If a black person cares about illegal immigration, why would the illegal immigrant being black change that? He acts like his black viewers are so stupid.
America is such a white supremacist nation that we literally have black people in leadership positions advocate for white supremacist principles. Look at Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is a black woman. Her parents are immigrants.
Her dad is a professor. Her mom's a scientist. Then if you're about to lecture someone on illegal immigration, you would pick an example of someone whose parents are illegal immigrants. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
There's a sense of objectively voting for the shittiest candidate possible for the black voting bloc. I don't understand. Like, you don't get it, sweetie. You're not black. You don't understand. We love voting for fucking unpopular candidates. Is not exactly the fucking win you want. Jesus Christ. You just don't understand black people. Admit it. Clown take. Can you shut the fuck up when it comes to black folks? You really don't want to talk about us unless it comes from voting. When is the last time you spoke about Sudan?
This makes Hassan lose it.
I'm gonna fucking ether you. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock, okay? You stupid fucking radlib. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my chat. Fucking moronic fucking radlib nonsense. Suck my fucking dick. Fuck you. You think you have a pass in here to fucking speak like this? Get the fuck out of here. And you immediately got Root.com article regurgitators in here instantly being like, sweetie, you don't understand black people. Shut the fuck up. Keep advocating for your own fucking demise then.
Why is he mimicking a black woman's voice? You see, it's okay because they're criticizing him. But if you criticize Hassan, that's his league, bro. Or you're an Ethan fan, a Destiny fan, part of a right-wing political operation. Or maybe you're Masan, because no normal person would disagree with Hassan. In conclusion, it's impossible to say whether Hassan actually shot his dog there, but his lies have gotten snowballed out of control where people believe he did. He's his own worst enemy. I do find it interesting, though, that after calling himself the most protected dog owner, he takes his dog to a place where he feels like he needs to wear a bulletproof vest. If you like this video, check out the time I debated Hassan. Share some pretty similar themes to what we talked about today. And subscribe to the channel. Over the past month, I've been covering the most empathetic people on YouTube. We got Wilhouse, who hates on a woman who was a child bride.
What the f is wrong with you, fucking crazy ass? I'm sorry, folks. That's all. The word came out, folks. I'm sorry. If I had a button, I would have buttoned it. I can't. Okay, I hate these people. They're horrific. These people are horrific. This couple is a horrible couple. I don't give a f she was a fucking a child bride, bro.
I don't know if anything she said was fake, by the way. He's just crashing out because
oh, let me just pause it here. Look at that. I was a child bride! Again, I mean, it's very sad to be a child bride. I grew up to be an adult. Sorry about that. Ooh, went from child bride to adult. Piece of sh. So, anyway,
He's been spending his time for supporting genocide, even though they don't. He's just lying for views. But the short of it is, if you criticize Hassan in any way, you are an evil Zionist genocide supporter. He ends his video by telling his viewers to do something about it. Wink, wink.
People living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct, geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies, and to the supply chains that are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, yes,
you can
fucking
dogs. Very easily, one sentence to that. It's quite clear. We in the West have direct access to a bunch of people, including the propagandists, after just labeling a bunch of people creators, propagandists. What does protesting achieve? Well, some things, but overall, basically nothing. If we want this to stop, we need to escalate. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. If you had a clear vision for what needs to be done,
Protesting has never accomplished anything.
Because you want to direct
Ever.
your audience into something fruitful, unless the thing you want your audience to do is against TOS, criminal, violent, etc. He's calling for people to do something that he is too cowardly to say himself. He's calling for people to do dirty work for him. That's what this is.
He wants them to send more skulls to Ethan Klein.
Just a death threat to a father, a family.
Censoring 2 low-level statues at the Israeli embassy were shot in D.C., all in the name of Palestine. But what was Noah's response in his charity live stream was to dismiss it as not being serious and mock people who found it worrying.
Smart move on not covering current events, by the way. You mean specific current events or in general? Because 2 pro-peace Jews dead. Read what they were saying.
You motherfucker. Come on.
Protesting isn't enough. No, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. YouTube video scared me. No. That sentiment, though, is 1,000% true. Protesting isn't enough.
So you're calling for escalation against propagandists, and you just made several videos calling Ethan and other YouTubers propaganda. We're already at the point of death threats, Noah. What does stronger escalation mean? People like Noah are cowards because they don't want to ruin their cushy lives.
It is unambiguously a call for violence, okay? I'm sorry. And he doesn't want to spoil his cute little life. He doesn't want to fuck his income and ruin the little cushy career that he's got a hold of. He doesn't want to do that. He wants other people to fuck up their lives and get thrown in jail or whatever it's for. He wants other people to be Luigi or fucking, what's his face, Aaron. Interesting that he said because that might actually encompass the people that he's just spent the entire video calling genocide defenders.
Ethan is making the obvious observation that these people are encouraging an escalation of violence inside the United States, and Hassan crazy makes him.
Understand that me and Gila are just as valid targets to them. I don't think so. That's ridiculous. I've known this, as people like Hassan and Idubs lecture me about hallucinating threats. I knew this the moment I was leftovers. Why would I want to be a member of a community that would literally cheer on my death? There is a toxic, violent, nihilistic extremism brewing on the left, and it should scare all of us. No, this is a hallucination. Have some f***ing dignity. You are not a victim, just a narcissist.
Since then, a Jewish group marching for hostages to be released had a Molotov thrown at them. I know it did delete his but as we just saw, he doubled down on his charity live stream. It's such a bad look that they act like Ethan wasn't sent skulls as a death threat, that the H3 crew sent the skulls to the skulls.
You guys we're the ones who fucking opened that shit. AB, that was you handling it, right?
Yes, it was. I can confirm that Ethan did not send it to himself, and
How do you know?
We were all freaked out by it.
I was scared out of my mind.
I mean, yeah, we have armed guards at the office now. That's not funny at all.
And someone sarcastically replied calling the cat account racist, and the cat account responded, to be fair, Israelis do be constantly lying. So he's just being racist right here out in the open, but it's fine to these people because it's against Israelis. They reply again, they could start by not constantly getting caught lying about it. So I said, show me proof of them lying right now. No response because these people don't care about the truth. If you criticize them, they'll label you their enemy and dehumanize you, a person who barely deserves a spot in society.
I think, like, this will never happen, but in a totally just world, any kind of, regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as Felix was posting.
The dog walker comment, the local dog catcher, whatever it was, that was exceptional from you. And that is progress. You might not see it, but it is.
What's crazy is the creators that Hassan and company hate largely agree with them on the main issue. What people have a problem with is their dishonesty and lying.
We have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand.
I don't know. The issue, my friend, the issue at hand is your behavior.
All right, well, I'm going to log out, I guess.
It's very important to acknowledge that.
Don't you think?
I can care about two things, my friend.
Incredibly narrow framework
Very
surrounding
easy.
your own.
This stuff gets a little toxic. I need a breath of fresh air.